it do? It is Monday, and I got to tell y'all, this is the best Monday to be alive. Now, look, I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? My boy Tom Brady did that last night. Hey, Steve-O, you watched Tom Brady last night?
Nah, I was not.
Steve-O, you was not while Tom Brady was winning his 7th of 10 Super Bowls and winning his 5th Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I was.
Damn.
So when you woke up to the news this morning, how did you feel, Steve? How did you feel?
You already know. I didn't care. It wasn't in San Francisco, so
You know,
yeah.
I know you're a San Fran fan, right? And you do know that Brady asked to go to San Fran at the beginning of the season.
Oh, okay.
They declined. They declined. So I did tell everyone that has been listening and tuned in with me through this journey that if Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, that I was going to dedicate my show, and Boss Biz, I think that she was with me on this.
I am.
We were going to be dedicating the whole show to Brady. But we're not going to do that today. There will be a lot of points in this show when I will bring in Brady references, and they will seem like they have no meaning here. They will seem like they have no point here. But just stay with me, okay? Just stay with me. So, Steve-O, you've been traveling, hitting the road, back and forth down to the A. What are we talking about, man? How's life? Tell them, man. Tell them about yourself.
Man, it's getting real crazy for me, man.
Yeah.
The drives is like exhausting, but I mean, I'm
Yep.
getting some work done.
Man, I don't know, I don't know how much at liberty I am to say, but as everyone knows that I am a Pat of Pearl head. I'm kind of like a Pat of Pearl junkie. You know what I'm saying? It's like all I talk about. And I remember when you
Every
started.
week.
I remember when you started this company, bruh. I remember when you started it, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh. Can you explain to the people like your motivation behind the Pat of Pearl?
all right, so we was sitting down in the crib doing what we normally do, and I was just like first of all, the pad it's a drum machine, it's a beat machine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a professional drummer, like play behind some of, best artists around.
Mm-hmm.
And we use this thing called the SDS Pad. Hold on, let me get it. I got it right here. Hold on.
All right. SPDS pad. That sounds real technical, didn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever played? Have you ever played a pad? SPDS pad, Jezebel, or have you ever seen one?
All right, so what it is, right? This thing right here.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, it's on your shirt. This is what the pad is right here. Like, it sounds funny. Like, when I first started, some people thought it was like tampons, but like, so I had to make sure I put this.
that is hilarious.
Yeah, they
So,
was telling me for that.
hey, bro, that's hilarious. Like, I never made that correlation, so I missed that joke.
Yeah.
That was funny though. Pat.
It does. It does. Now, like, honestly, I believe when you did say it to me, I was the one who thought that you were talking about lounging type, like the crib, the pad, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he broke it down to me, and I was like, yo, that's fucking dope. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this is like a sampling machine. Like, when you like go to them live shows like Chris Brown and all them, and you hear like those like loud like bomb sounds and stuff when they be dancing it, like
Yeah.
some stuff be coming out of here. Like, you
Okay.
can voices in here.
Now,
Um
have you used that pad in your shows as well?
yes. When I was with Raheem Devon, I had to cue finger snaps out of here.
Okay.
Mm.
Who else? It's a guy named Kevin Ross I work with now. I had to do some stuff for him, and also a guy named Fred Yane. He plays the harmonica for Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, these are real popular. Like you will see these on stage like any live show, and people can DJ with them. They got filters and all that on them. So the whole brand was centered around this or whatever. So what I did was,
Something you use every day,
yeah.
pretty much.
So you know what I mean. Everybody thought it was unique with all the musicians because they understood what was going on.
Right.
Okay.
So now, how did you correlate a clothing line that was a musician that would be obvious easy for musicians to make it to the point where not I see now not just musicians wearing it. I mean, I see everyone wearing it. A lot of people are wearing it. A lot of people, not just musicians. So how did you correlate and transition it over to make it a brand and urbanize it?
Well, we got to look at the fact that everybody loves music. Um,
Facts.
so when I
Facts.
into making the characters, that concept was like crazy because I seen like how WB and Looney Tunes had the.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
You
I did,
smart.
I had JMO create a character for each instrument. So
Okay.
that you know what I mean, you will see another cartoon character like as the drummer, and you will see
Mm-hmm.
the girl as the keyboard player, and you know what I mean. All those are they represent a whole band. You know what I mean. So I mean, I'm not finished yet. You know, you say
What's the characters? What's the characters?
all right. So the girl who is Kiki. Let me see if
Kiki. Not to be confused with Drake's Kiki. That Kiki was first.
right, right. So this is Kiki. This is a patch that we had done.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Okay.
this is the girl character. This is the keyboard of the band, the keyboard player. Then you have
Kiki on the keys.
then right here, that's Future. He's the producer. He's like he the beat maker for the he produced all the drinks. Then I have I don't have the stuff been sounding good. So
Nah, that's good. We got Monroe. Look, Monroe.
yeah, Monroe is the bass player. I don't have nothing around right now with him. And
Monroe's a unique character because he's actually has a storyline behind him, right?
yeah,
I was getting ready to ask, how did you come up with the names for your characters?
we just sat around, just got high, and we just sat around, got high. Hey, we used to go AK.
I'm
Tell her
trying
we
to tell you. Look,
both like, oh nah, that
rolling with listen. When you rolling with success, we don't just sit in sessions and just waste our brain cells. We actually work the brain cells while the ganja does its miracle healing and relaxing us. And so that's how we move. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now when he came up with the names, I was present and not present in the same time because I don't think he called me and told me, yo, I got a vicious name. I got a girl, Kiki. She gonna be for the keys. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
so I was like, damn. I wanted to know like, how did he come up with these damn names? But
mm-hmm.
that is true. That is true. So look, fashion icons, right?
uh,
If you when you think of your clothing line, fashion icons. What are some of the fashion icons you like look up to a model after?
the crazy thing is, and this is not, I'm not being arrogant when I say this. I'm not trying to be funny, but
Yeah, speak your truth.
I'm gonna explain to you why I'm gonna say what I'm about to say. I don't really look up to nobody when it comes to this because even though I'm a fashion designer, I don't consider myself a fashion guru. I really do it for fun and to help promote, you know what I mean, musicians because it's, you know what I mean, at the same time while you wearing stuff, you're a commercial, you know.
Facts.
The drum character, not being as though I'm a drummer, when I wear it around, the DMV, I get stopped in the stores. People ask me, "Oh, you play drums? Are you trying to play for a band?" Or
Yeah.
my grandmother birthday. looking for a band. So, just like without me opening up my mouth, I'm getting work by winning the stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy because what you did was you
What up?
just touched something right there, right? You said you were a musician and you thought outside of the box on how to promote yourself as a musician by creating a brand. And that is a gem right there that was just dropped. Every artist needs to understand something. Like, I don't think I want people to understand something. Like when I found out about Steve, he was a drummer and he was doing like gigging seemingly for everybody. Okay. So now how was the gigs and how like what music did you do?
Um, I started in church. You already know
Yep.
church. Then I ventured off to U Street, all the little lounges down there, and
Yeah, shout out U Street.
yeah, from there, like I started getting. Well, actually, nah. I did my first tour. I graduated from Lago in '03, and I went to PG for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like my pops was like, "Man, you gotta get a job, bro. Like you ain't about to live off the drums. Like you
Right.
not gonna work out. Like it's
Right.
not gonna like how you have a fine. You know,
So look,
he was pressing me like so. He gave me the money. He told me go enroll in PG, take a music class. Like you know what I mean, be a teacher or something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I was already gigging at church, so I was getting a check at church. So
okay.
I was adding up coins. Like I knew what I could do and
Okay.
so
Ne-
I go to PG and I get a call from one of the homies that I was playing the church gigs with.
Yeah.
He like we about to get rid of this drummer on this tour. It was a stage play with Island Payne, Chico DeBarge, uh, Mickey Howard, the gospel group Trinity 5-7. Like
Okay.
like it was a long run or whatever. So they like matter of fact, the drummer was the music director. They was about to toss this man. So me,
Wow.
I'm only like I'm about 17, 18 at the time. So I do the jump and they kept me. Like the joint was paying like 600 a weekend, but
Damn.
on some weekends it was double shows.
So you get
We
more.
and per diem, like all that, like what I mean,
Damn. That's the
crazy.
tour life. That's the tour
You know,
life.
drink. But the only thing, being as I was young, it was I had to be away from the fam. Like, what I mean, it was a little weird.
Did
Like,
that first experience at that age like kind of like change you a little bit?
nah, not really. Um, as far as knowledge and experience, it did
Okay.
because I looked at the industry in a whole nother way. Like I started playing drums not knowing that you can make money. Like I was just doing it because
You loved it.
I wasn't about to choir at church or I wasn't about to be an usher. You see what I'm saying?
So you got on drums to get out of being an usher in the
If
choir.
my grandmother said, "You're not going to come to church and just sit in here. You need to find something to do." So I would go and sit in the band pit every Sunday.
Shout out your grandmother. Like without knowing, she fueled the future. You know what I'm saying? She fueled it.
Yeah, like, and I just, man, it was crazy. Like, man, people was coming to the church, like, to get me, like 12, 11, 12, 13. Like, they
Yeah,
was to the church to see me play. Like, you know what I mean? It
that's
was,
tight. Now, hey, that's tight. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you a story about when I played at church, right? Because I was geeking. I was one of those kids in church. I didn't have to, I wasn't like forced to do something, right? I just really wanted to play drums. And one service, our drummer was playing, and I don't know, he went down. You know what I'm saying? It was like he went down. He was like hurt, he was hurt. So I was like, the drums now was open and they were shouting, and I was like, this is my moment. You know what I'm saying? This is my moment to let everybody in the church know I want to play drums. So I hopped right on the drums and I start tapping that soul, that little shout beat away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just excited. I'm in the zone. And next thing you know, I see the pastor's hand like, I was on beat like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually like my first and last time ever jumping on the drums in church. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't embarrassed. I was more so like, this is my moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, speaking of dreams and following your dreams and things like that, I heard, and this you can clear the story up for me because I hear how this story may get a lot different from you. But I heard that you were so confident that you were going to get a gig that you walked off of a job.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that was a powerful day. Man, I was working at McDonald's at Largo Town Center.
Okay.
This was like, man, this had to be like 05, 06.
Okay. Long time ago.
Yeah, and a buddy of mine, like he's a like world renowned bass player. Shout out to Kenny Diggs, K bass. He graduated
Yes.
from Crossland, but he's in Atlanta. He down there with you now. He's the music director for Keisha Cole
Okay.
County for that. You know what I mean? But he called me on the work phone. He ain't even called my cell phone. He called the job. Like,
Oh, that's some gangster shit.
so
Did they have cell phones? Well, they did have cell phones in 06.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's had
Yeah.
the fake
That's when you had like the razors and shit.
turf jumps. Remember them? The flip jumps.
Yeah. Oh, them jumps was hot as shit. Them jumps was hot as shit, young. I used to be sitting in the motherfucking. Where you at? Where you at?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So the nigga, he say, man, I need you to come up to Jericho. That's when they first built like the big Jericho jump.
Yeah,
Like,
that jump. That's a fucking mega city.
so 1340, they was doing a radio concert, the AM, the gospel jump. So
Yeah.
I got the call. He wanted me to come do the Render Clock Code, play for her up at Jericho.
Right.
So I'm hyped. And I'm like, I tell my manager, like, I'm like, yo, I need to leave. He like, for what? I was like, right, I just got this crazy opportunity. Like, I need to go. I gotta go right now. I need to clock out. She was like, nah, it's busy. Get back on that register.
they had burgers to sell.
But look, nah, she's sitting up there eating a cheeseburger, picking pieces, like, but she ain't even working.
Facts.
But you know what I mean? But she telling me it's busy. Get back on the register. But
Bruh, you know what I heard about McDonald's and how they carry their workers? They post. Well, I don't know if they still do it, but at the top underneath of this, the golden arch, it always say, "We sold 1 billion burgers." And I think even if the burgers are $1 a burger, that's $1 billion. I don't know. I don't think there's any story of anybody that works at McDonald's can tell me there was a millionaire.
no, and that's why I made this decision to take off my hat in front of the busy crowd
Yeah.
and full tag and all that. And guess what I did? I say, all right, I tell you what, I quit. I say, look, by that time I was already playing in church and I paper route that night. So my check was maxing in McDonald's like 2 times. I
And
was just
now
because my folks said I couldn't stay in the house.
And now look at you. You're actually a franchise. You're actually a brand who is employing people and giving opportunities. And a lot of people don't know about that, but yeah, you do a lot of brand ambassador work. You help out a lot of people, out a lot of artists. Now, let me ask you one question, right? What have you learned today that you think would have skyrocketed you in the beginning?
Networking. I wish I would have started networking better early. Like, you know, I hate to say it, but being from DMV, the
Yes.
way the way we taught is us against everybody.
Yes.
Always like, what I mean, somebody come in your city, show love, we still gonna date them because that don't
Yep.
trust nobody. Um, and stuff like that. So it could be a real opportunity. Somebody showing you love, and because we was taught like, nah, man, like who is you? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
like I missed out on a lot of work doing that because of how we was taught. We was taught to, y'all stick together. Yo,
Right.
So what's next for you? Like, what do you have coming up?
um, next, I'm about to move down. Yeah,
Man, hey,
He
and
said he
listen,
moved out ATL.
that's what he said. That's smart.
but,
Hey, come on down.
man,
Jezebel, you next.
I'm gonna
I'm
push the
fighting.
ATL, and I'm gonna work that music scene. I got connects down there too.
I gotta ask you an off-subject question.
What?
Will you, in light of the GOAT, be making a Pat of Pearl GOAT edition?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on something. Hey, look, when I come down, I gotta come correct. So I come to the A. Everybody got a clothing brand, so I have to come correct.
Well, tell like where can they find you? Where can they buy the clothes? All that good stuff.
Um, Website is www.thepadapparel.com. If you see something, oh yeah, Instagram is the at the Pad Apparel. If you see something on the IG page that you do not see on the website, send a DM and I still would get it to you.
Y'all heard it there first. And like I said, man, shop the Pad of Pearl. Like I say every week, shop the Pad of Pearl. So look, we want to ask you some other questions that's not related to music. I got some little topics I want to run past you. See how you feel about them, right? I got some names for these topics. Now, I already told you what my hot topic was. That's Tom Brady winning the seventh. But I got another topic: Attack of the Clone Wars.
Kodak.
Now, Kodak is free.
Hold on one second.
Look. He knows Kodak.
All right.
He need a soda, a Coca-Cola. So look, Kodak is free.
He
Word
is.
on the street is Kodak's a clone. They are referencing the fact that Gucci came home and Gucci's a clone. Or is he? Questions my theory, and my questions is, are these rappers coming home as clones? Do you believe they're clones? Would you
Oh,
like to have a clone?
I don't know, bro.
I
I
don't know,
mean,
but I know it's disturbing. Seeing Kodak. He looks like something bad happened to him in there.
Man, it was jail. It was prison.
I mean, a lot of
And
people in prison,
and
but
there was stories that they was mistreating Kodak in prison.
he looked traumatized.
yeah.
Yes.
He was at a party and he looked stuck or something.
Yes, he was
Yeah.
getting celebrated by his city,
He,
and he seemed emotionless. Um, some real Kodak fans have referenced the fact that Kodak is now healthy and clean, and he's looking like himself again. The other Kodak was off of a lot of drugs and stuff like that, so it was causing him to not look himself. The same as Gucci. I do like to say that if he isn't a clone and he has gotten himself healthy, I like it. I think it's really good. I like to hear some new music. I did listen to his new single,
So,
Balmain.
what drug makes you fat again?
I guess lean makes you fat, and Molly's and shit make you fat. Now I do know some people that take Molly's and they are fat.
I
I don't.
thought
They were
Molly,
fat before Molly's
wait,
though.
Molly makes you lose weight, but
I know
what?
those big artists be drinking a lot of lean. Remember remember what's his name? Pimp C. They said
See,
he was drinking lean.
he was pretty huge.
Yeah, he was huge. I think that's the thing. I don't know.
Okay,
Lil
I
Wayne was
just want
drinking
to say
lean.
something like
Lil
in
Wayne was
my
drinking
time,
lean. Did he
drugs
gain
make
any
you
weight?
strong.
see, I'm not. See, I just hit the tree. I don't
Weed.
not familiar with all
Bro,
this.
and that's all I smoke too. And speaking of smoking, I'm smoking on some cookies right now, which is delightful. I have a JF Biscotti right here that I'm going to try later. But yes, this cookies is very delightful. Speaking of the weed, that's all I smoke as well. You already know I don't fuck around with that other stuff, man.
But
So
I
look,
thought
bro.
drugs make you skinny.
Nah, I think that's only Coke. I think it's only Coke to make you skinny.
Coke,
Because when
crack,
yeah,
weed.
because when you skinny, people be like, "You on crack? You on Coke?" I think it
Wait,
has to be specifically Coke or crack that makes you skinny.
meth? Like,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one.
know. But
I
I think
that
something bad
fucks up the
happened
teeth.
to him.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that we get some fire ass music from Kodak and he stays out of trouble because he won't get another president in to pardon him. So look, guys, speaking of people getting out of jail, let's talk about someone who might be going to jail. I
Oh,
call this segment Tipped Off. Tip is off the air and Tip may be doing some time because someone tipped off the feds that Tip was holding guns to the head while getting threesomes. Now, I don't know. I posted about this and someone asked me, how can you have a threesome with a gun to someone's head? So I didn't try to reenact this off my CSI. I didn't have any CSI equipment. I didn't have a dummy, and I didn't have a test gun to use to simulate how one could have a threesome with a gun to someone's head. However, Tip is saying that it ain't true.
Okay, so he did put the gun to the girl's head, but not during a threesome.
Mm.
Basically, they're accusing her of being crazy and like evil, and she was at their house one day, and him and Tiny got into it, and she was protecting her friend who was supposed to be Tiny, and he put a gun to her head. Or Tiny was in a hospital or something, and she was at the house protecting her friend, and he put a gun to her head. Her story was all jacked up. Meanwhile, the whole sex trafficking thing, Shakana supposedly kind of slipped up and said
Hey,
that the girl was helping them recruit girls. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to believe either
man,
or.
listen, like all I know is with T.I.'s history of trafficking, guns, now he done moved up to girls. T.I. wilding right now. That's the king. And maybe that's why he didn't want that. Maybe that's why he put the PSA out a couple of months ago about keeping his city from being too hot because he was
But
working.
is he not allowed to do what he wants to do in his bedroom?
Well,
Well,
not traffic women in there. He can't do that. Hey,
I just wanted to laugh right quick.
if T.I. is R. Kelly nephew, that is hilarious. Hey, what if they really related some way? That's hilarious.
I mean, but why? I mean, is it really? I don't know. I just feel like
No, what he does in his bedroom is private. If she did go into his bedroom and do those things with him, that is between them. But if it was indeed abuse, that is something serious that can't be like overlooked, you know.
well, some spectators think it's a political ploy.
Mm.
Because what's that
From
lady's
the
name?
woman,
What's her name? The mayor. She's like really close with the rappers or something. And the other lady, shit. It's basically they're saying it has something to do with politics because they're basically grooming Ti to take some type of political position in the city of Atlanta. Um,
wow.
what's her name? Bottoms. Keisha Lance Bottoms is supposed to be cool with the
Wait,
rapper. Too
wait.
cool.
There's a mayor named Bottoms. Mayor Bottoms. Wait.
No, I
The-
don't know if it's the mayor or the governor. Is it?
Okay, someone please let me know. Is there a mayor named Mayor Bottoms? Please. And I will and listen, please bring that to
Let
my
me
attention.
get it.
Mayor or Governor Bottoms. That is an amazing name.
Yes,
And
her name is Keisha Lance Bottoms, so I was correct.
wow.
And she's the mayor of Atlanta, and supposedly she's too close with the rappers. There was another lady, another person in politics that was basically running or something, and she doesn't like Keisha Lance Bottoms, and so the other girl put this information out about Ti. It's a long story. Shout out to Lovely T. If anyone follows her, she like got the whole scoop on it.
All right, cool, man. Y'all go follow Lovely T. Get that T, man, because T.I. needs to figure that out, man. So look, yo, y'all here. Y'all hear about what's happening in STL St. Louis?
Nah.
Now, I
The
feel bad for all
lunatics.
of these rappers. I just feel really bad for them. Go ahead.
The lunatics are beefing. And it is over, of course, what I talk about every week on this show. Pub. Everybody is tripping off their pub, and y'all know why artists are tripping off of their pubs right now? Because pubs are making the moolah. You know why? Because artists ain't doing anything. So when artists ain't doing anything, and they starting to realize those show checks are not there, and we ain't getting no show money, and we ain't getting no merch money because no one is still buying the merch because we ain't relevant no more. But the pubs and the labels and whoever is taking care of their paperwork is still making money. They're starting to get angry, and COVID is doing this.
Mm.
They say they wrote. They say they wrote the song for Nelly. The what is his big song? Underlay. Country
Yeah.
Grammar. They say they wrote Country Grammar. They say that how the song actually went was all of them had their own verse on it. And the day that they were supposed to go into the studio, Ali says that Nelly allegedly went into the studio 2 hours early and recorded all of their verses herself. And then dropped the song and became the mega success Nelly is today. Now, what do y'all think about that if that did happen?
That's fucked up. But hey, paperwork together.
Right.
Yeah. So Nelly' response was that was not their song. They all worked together on a lot of projects. However, he was the one that the labels wanted. He said that he was the one that the shows was requesting. They were not requesting lunatics, Ali, Murphy Lee, and the guys. He said he simply was paying them out of his own pocket and doing them a favor and helping them out. That's how Nelly feels.
So is
See?
this why Ali is basically supporting or I guess backing up the fact that Nelly was doing some sexual I guess misconduct in some type of way?
This is definitely why Ali is now backing whatever against Nelly. He's on the and I think that there'll probably be more lunatics going against Nelly, except for the original lunatics, and I don't really recall who they were. Spud, I think he's gone. Quali and whoever else may be. But that's going to be an interesting story to see how that one unfolds because artists have been complaining. Styles P was even complaining that he's only making $25,000 a year off of his music catalog, and I say to Styles P that's pretty good because I don't know who Styles P think he is. I think he thinks he's Drake. I think he think he's Drake. I don't know. But $25,000 a year, that's pretty decent. Get to work, son. Double it up.
Now, you know what I'm anxious to get into.
Talk to me.
Nick Cannon.
Oh, he
Nick,
coming back. He coming back.
Mr. Incredible. And that's what I have named that segment for Nick Cannon. Incredible.
He is
So,
coming back.
Nick Cannon is coming back to Viacom. Wild 'N Out will be back. Now, I was thinking that Nick Cannon had plenty offers, and I thought it was Nick Cannon's show. But this move kind of made me think differently. Now, I heard he had to apologize, but I want to know what do y'all really think? Not only what do y'all really think, what would it have taken y'all to rebuttal and go back to a company that fired you when you were in control?
And make you and take all your power or strip you of power. Like, I don't know, that to me it seemed a bit dehumanizing. I don't know, that's just me being over exaggerative,
Yeah.
but I do feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of confused because I'm like, is it that they couldn't find nobody else to do the show? Because that couldn't be it.
That was actually it. Everyone declined to do the show. But I thought it was Nick Cannon's show. Why couldn't he take it wherever he wanted to? Did no one else want Wildin' Out? Sources I heard Revolt was interested in the show. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I think I wonder what type of deal they broke, and that would be interesting. I wonder is Nick
I was about to say,
Cannon
why do
going
you
to
think he went back? Like
man?
he has enough money to do his own thing. Why
Yeah,
would he go?
yeah, but I think listen, if a company wanted to double my salary, and I was already making a nice salary, maybe that would make me come back. Maybe they're giving me more power. Maybe they're giving me more power on the show and less power outright.
They should be just giving him the show.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was his show. I don't know. Now that's going to be another that's an interesting topic because I want to dig into the details of that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it was interesting. No one wanted the show, and that was all because everyone was standing with Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon must have really wanted that show back bad.
Well, I'm glad if they come back, I'm gonna be happy because I was getting bored. Keep
Hey,
watching.
well they are officially coming back. So look, in my "How do you feel" segment, right? And I want to ask you this right now. I'm gonna break down some numbers to you, right?
All right. Hey,
Five.
my bad for moving around so much.
No, no, no.
I got another
Move around.
appointment.
Move
All
around. How do you feel? How does this make you feel? Segment. $500 billion, $11 billion a week, $1.6 billion a day, $190 billion net worth. These are the numbers of Elon Musk. How did that make you feel?
Um, I mean, about his bag.
No, about getting your bag.
Oh, I mean, I ain't really too focused on other niggas' bag because you know what I mean. Like it takes away from my grind, so I don't really be like, you know what I mean. You know me,
Mm.
bruh.
Yeah. Do you look at other people's bag as target points?
Uh, no.
Do
I
you,
mean,
Jezebel?
people that get the bag inspire me though, but I don't. You know, it don't be no certain amount. It's just the way they be moving to do what they gotta do.
What about you, Jezebel?
Not really. Not the actual dollar amount.
Man,
Impact moves me.
when that report went out that Kanye West is now worth $3.1 billion, that inspired me in the highest of highest, right? Did it hurt me when I realized Kanye West was saying that hardly any of that is from his music catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I got to looking like, well, what does Kanye make from his music catalog? Because surely if I can make that, then I can be living pretty decent, right? So yeah, I use target points. I look at people's catalogs. I look at what they're doing, how they're working, because I guess that's the only way that we can get where we trying to get is if we know where we going. Did y'all see? I put a status up. What do y'all feel about the word perfect? Do y'all think the word perfect and the act of being perfect? I believe that it should be abolished from people's mind frame.
But perfection is a part of your own perception. Sorry to say it that way. But it's what different people perceive perfection different ways. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're talking about the American dream, it's supposed to be perfection. There's some holes in that because what is the ultimate American dream?
Right.
Mm-hmm. What is perfection? I like to ask people that question. What is perfection? And I want to know if anyone has seen what perfection is, because a lot of people the term we're all chasing perfection. Um, the term nobody's perfect, you know. But yet
Right.
I hear a lot of artists or a lot of designers, a lot of entrepreneurs say, I'm waiting until it's perfect.
It's never going to be perfect. I don't know. I don't know why people do that.
And
Never.
that's why I'm posing that we push to abolish the mindset of perfect from our mindset of moving and getting things done. Because perfection is just like the idea or the mentality of on. I can't wait until I'm on. That is another saying that really irritates me. Someone asked me, "Yo, Six, you think you on?" I said, "Yeah." I mean,
I'm
what?
on live, bitch. Like
You
the other
see me though? I'm like, what is on? I mean, I said, what is your definition of on? They said when you're really making it. You know what I'm saying? When you're really doing what you want to do and following your dreams and stuff like that. And I said, well, why don't you do that every day? What stops you from doing that? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
the thing about it is, I realize a lot of artists, a lot of people, it's knowledge, it's lack of knowledge. My wife, right? She started her own line of hoodies and things, right? She wants to do like specialize in hoodies, and I think that's really cool, right? And she for years have been saying she wanted to do this because she always takes our daughter's clothes and design them custom. Like everything that she buys is like plain when she buys it for her, and
Mhm.
then she makes it an outfit, makes it something, right? So that's something that she had that she really likes doing. So she started this company, and it has been bringing my heart joy, like watching her get online and research things and realize, oh, this all I gotta do. I gotta get this. I gotta get this. Do you remember your journey, Steve, when you
Mhm.
had to like get all that paperwork together and actually like get the credentials to be an authorized business and be credible, right? Now, before I remember talking to you before that, you were in the same mentality. I got to get this done. I got to get that done. And to us being black, it's taught like it's a white man's game and it's insurmountable or it's going to cost us so much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like I said, we're not going to talk about your bag or nothing like that, but you remember how much and how much time you had to invest into getting that really legitimately your company together so you can start making money.
Man, so like I said, been at it since 16. My first my first three my first like 3 years, all my money was going to my basically my designer, the guy that was doing my artwork. My money,
Right.
most of my money was going to him. Um, until I got enough artwork, and then even then I had to get apparel and work out shipping costs before I could actually you know begin to see a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Trademarking,
yeah,
business licenses.
but the
Uh,
crazy thing is, none of that is harder than actually selling.
exactly.
That was actually the easy part. Like, Bammers don't know how to sell. That's the problem.
And like
Everybody got a clothing line, but everybody don't know how to market. Like, people don't know how to sell. Everybody's not creative. They just think, yo, I'm gonna throw this on the shirt and I'm gonna throw it online and we gonna rock.
you know what the sad thing about that is though, Steve? What the mentality of not being creative is there's a lot of people that's the same. My father used to say monkey see, monkey do. But I say anything you can do, I can do better mentality. And that's the mentality that people really gotta like get out of their head. Like, cause bro, like when I tell artists you can make money being an artist, they like, you're crazy. You're dumb. I'm like, ho. How much money have you invested in yourself? I paid to go to the studio. Every time they say that, I be like, yeah, you stupid as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's like the worst. That's like the worst thing in the world to me. It's like, all right, you either pay to go to a studio or you pay to put a studio in your home. That's obvious. If you want to make music, there's a studio involved. I say, how much money have you invested in yourself? You know what I'm saying? And a
Right.
lot of them. say none. A lot of them say they got BMI, you know what I'm saying? Don't use the shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Why'd you join BMI then? That shit was free. You fucking asshole. You feel me? I'm like, come on now. Did you register your music? No, I haven't registered anything. I'm just with BMI. I'm waiting for a check. For what? You waiting on a check for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a guy has a clothing line. I say, did you share your clothing line today? Not today. I didn't see any posts about it. How you plan on making any fucking sales, man? Like, what is your agenda? What is your goal in life? Did you make a clothing line because you say, oh, everyone's buying clothes, they're gonna buy mine? Oh, really? Well, let's open you a fucking store then. Let's open you a store. You know, let's go ahead. Why did you start rapping? Oh man, I'm rapping because it's everybody knowing I'm about to get this fast money. Oh, let's go ahead and let you start opening up for Drake. Let you start opening up for Kendrick Lamar. You ready? You know what I'm saying? You are so fucking ready. And it's like that the biggest word everybody is scared of. Y'all know my fear word on this show.
What?
Budget.
Yeah.
Everyone is afraid of that word. Bruh, that word is like, I should make a scary movie called Budget. And in that joint, just like everybody that gets encountered, the phone rings and it's like, what's your budget? And they drop the phone and it's like the whole movie starting like that, everything like that. That'll probably be the most scariest movie ever. The most scariest movie ever. So look though, we are in Black History Month, right?
Yes.
And they curried my man Kanye West. And did y'all see? Has anybody had a chance to Google Kanye West? And they probably fixed it because my man is hella rich right now. But when someone hacked into Google, and when you typed in Kanye West, a picture of Uncle Ruckus popped up.
Lost my mask. My bad.
Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
Now.
See, in Atlanta, we don't have to wear masks, thank God.
This is so stupid.
He said in Atlanta we don't have to wear masks. Thank God.
It's like I never felt so safe. Like it's like I don't know.
It's a whole different world down there. I'm trying to tell you.
Man, it is like sometimes when people come to visit me down here,
Can I get 10 on 6?
It's always amazing.
10 on 6.
Man, fill that bitch up.
Hey, look, it's so fucking cold. I ain't trying to stand outside for the full tank.
Hey, dog. Hey, that's a nigga way right there, young. And listen, when it is cold outside, niggas don't want to do anything responsible. Don't want to check the mail. Don't want to take out the trash. Don't want to cut the grass. Don't want to do nothing responsible when it's cold outside.
Man, it's cold as hell.
Don't want to take your kids to school. Don't want to pick your kids up from school. Don't want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, cold is automatically black people shut off responsibilities. However, white people, they want to take their shirts off, go jogging, get their nose all red.
Toes out. Toes hanging out.
They love it. They love it. They put on them little shorts. They fucking get out there, jog, and they tuck their shirt in their motherfucking shorts, and they just jog till their nose turn red.
They be looking like raw chickens.
I'm not saying that. They're not gonna ban me. They're not gonna ban me. Not on my show. Hey, Jezebel.
What happened to my man?
He trying to get us shut down. So look, y'all, like I said, it is Black History Month. And in 1994, a young hustler decided that he wanted to rap. 2 years later, he was told no a lot. 2 years later, he dropped his first album, and that album ended up going platinum. Now that artist is worth $1 billion, has his own company, his own brand, and is a living mogul. That artist is none other than Jigga. That nigga Jigga. Nope, Kanye West is only worth
I
is
know.
worth $3 billion. He's only worth $1 billion. Jay-Z still got to get his money up. But Black History Month, I don't like to really talk about Jay-Z that much.
Wait. Hold on. You said Jay-Z needs to get his money up?
Yeah, he ain't got Kanye money. Kanye got $3 billion.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Kanye got $3 billion right now.
So Kanye is richer than Jay-Z?
Hey, I didn't say it. Google did. Kanye West is worth $3 billion. That's just what my man is. You know what I'm saying? He done it. He worked hard. People buy his shoes. People didn't buy Rockaway shoes. Nobody was lining up to buy no Jay-Z kicks. Remember the Sean Carter shoes?
I missed them jumps. I ain't even see them. Sean Carter's. I ain't see them jump. Hey, I'm about to Google them.
Yeah, I had the black, red, and green one.
I don't even know what them
up real quick,
like.
Jezebel. Pull up the Sean Carters.
All right.
No, I didn't have them.
Bruh, no one lined up to buy those. You know what I'm saying?
He did them at the wrong point of his career.
I don't remember people going crazy to buy Rockaway. I just don't remember people going crazy to buy Rockaway. And like I said, y'all,
are they even still on here?
Everybody know Kanye West sells real records. Jay-Z buys his own records. All right, but that's neither here nor there.
Are these?
I celebrated. You got them. I celebrated and I picked Sean Carter for this segment because he's a musician, fashion mogul, and businessman, just like my man Stevie J. Showtime.
It won't
my man. I ain't gonna lie, Steve. Some of the conversations that we have really be inspiring me, bro. I wanted to bring you on my show because of the inspiration that you've actually given me. Like, you're the reason that I actually started taking my music serious. You know what I'm saying? And my business with it serious. I remember you used to come to me and say, "Come on, man, get out that damn basement. Ain't no business you sitting down here all day." And I say, I just don't feel like doing it today. You know? Yeah, there go the Sean Carters. Can you see the Sean Carters?
Oh man.
Yeah, just say, let's just say nobody but, I don't even think my grandfather was lining up to buy those. So yeah, man. But Jay-Z did that. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, like, Jay-Z was one of those artists that motivated the business world. And you know, on my show, I like to highlight artists to do their thing. And like I said, you're an artist in your own right. You were BMI now, so you already know we're about to start telling you how to run that up and get your credits and get your money right. My man, tell them about your credits and tell them about the albums you on and all the work you got. You know what I'm
saying? Let me see. Well, I done played a lot of gospel records. But my most recent record, I got a record with Kevin Ross. It's on iTunes. It's called Born to Win. I played that. Another guy, he's an inspirational artist, PJ Edman. I just did his recording about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I played on the last 2 albums he's done. Another guy, Rustin Jackson, he's from Detroit, but he lives in the DMV. I've been working with him. And I'm still playing at church through the pandemic.
Yeah, so y'all definitely check out all those artists, man. And Steve, man, like I said.
And top 5.
Oh, yeah, let's not forget about top 5.
Top 5 DP.
Tell everybody where to find you.
On my IG is Facebook is Steve Johnson. IG at Stevie Showtime. 2 E's. Showtime. And or at the Pad of Pearl. 3 links.
All right, man. So look, we're gonna go ahead and let you go because you're on your way to your appointment. We're gonna continue this show. We got about 30 more minutes here. Man, you do your thug dizzle, man. And Steve, thanks for coming through this week,
Thank
man.
you so much for coming through, Steve. Nice to meet you.
No problem. Nice to meet you too. Kay, I will be back down there in 2 weeks.
Y'all already know. I'm ready for you, man. We're gonna turn up the city again. All right, bro, team.
All right,
Have
bro.
a good day.
See ya. You too. All right.
So, Jezebel, here's my
Yes.
here's my Success Express question of the day. This was asked to me by my good friend Jay Caesar on my Facebook page, and I hope Jay's watching because he's gonna learn something today. Jay said, "Hey, how can I make money off a record if the record ain't selling?" Good question, Jay. How do you make money off a record if the record ain't selling?
What do you mean?
Um,
How do you if the record ain't selling?
well, I'm assuming that this guy is talking about if the record isn't doing any numbers or streams or anything like that, or
Is he
making.
promoting it?
Well, no, let's just say
You
let's
don't know.
say he's yeah, let's say he's not promoting it because I haven't seen it or heard a song. I think that he was just asking me the question. But let's just speak about an artist who's not doing anything just yet.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about an artist. I want to talk about an artist, the artist who is thinking to himself, I want to get into music. I'm talking about the artist who is saying to himself, let me put out this song and follow my dreams and not be on the hamster wheel of life and not happy and doing what I want to do. That's the artist that I want to focus on right now, right? I'm not talking about the other artists. So for these artists that's like that, all the artists that I want to focus on, you're struggling with this. You want to do music, but all your friends are telling you you ain't gonna make no money. You have to be signed. You have to be a big deal. You have to be this, that, and the third, and no one knows you on Instagram, and no one knows you on Facebook. Well, I want you to take this information here, and you take this information, you shine it up, because you're going to be able to give them a real good smackdown. So, this is how artists make money off of a record that is not selling. And this is going to sound like a condescending or a asshole answer, but it's simple. Perform the record. There's only but two ways to make money off of a record. Performing a record or that record performing itself. How do I perform the record? How do I get paid for performing the record? Well, I tell y'all every week, and if you have been listening every week by now, you've already joined your ASCAP or your BMI, your Harry Fox, Song Trust, Sound Exchange, and all those good old organizations. You already joined those. So, like I said, you're really trying to take this serious and go to the next level. You're trying to get paid off your music. And I'm talking about real life bringing what a full-time job can bring in. Now, if your admiration is to make millions, you work to make millions. Now, listen, don't tell me your admiration is to make millions and I know your real job is a receptionist. Because you're never going to make millions as a receptionist. Don't tell me your admiration is to be a millionaire and you work at Walmart. You're not going to make a million at Walmart. Don't tell me these stories if it doesn't line up to what you want to do. Now, I say this to everybody every week. We got good old Google right now. And we got good old evidence of what people that are millionaires and billionaires, and I don't think there's no trillionaires, but people that are on their way. We have evidence of what they did, and it's called blueprints and footsteps, how they did it. And I don't believe that any of those, I don't think that there's a story on Jay-Z that says he worked at McDonald's to support his music career. Now, I'm not gonna tell everybody to go out and sell no cocaine and crack and shit like that because I don't know if that's true. That
I was
Jay-Z,
to say, so what do people do to support their
that Jay-Z did these things. Because let me tell you something, like, because Jay-Z, well, people gotta understand, Jay-Z did not understand the business. Please get that comment off the screen.
You rough with the Southern?
TB TB12 Number 7. All right, here we go. Jay-Z did not understand the business when he first got in the game. But there were people around Jay-Z that did understand the business when Jay-Z got in the game. Jay-Z's handlers, Jay-Z's people that was around him, they knew the business. Once Jay-Z learned the business, he used his hustler mentality to shift it into overdrive. And he realized that he was being hustled. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to tell every artist, your hustle is performing. Your flippings is your catalog, your music. You know what I'm saying? Like we if there are any hustlers listening, you know what I'm saying? We know how the game works. You start small and you work your way up. You flip, you flip, you flip, and then once you get enough quantity, you go major. You know what I'm saying? You don't, and if you get blessed and someone blesses you and puts you in a position and you run off with it. You do what you got to do. You don't run off on them. You take those investments that they put in you and you flip those investments and you double their money by tripling yours and shit like that. You got to learn how to do what you got to do. You can't be just, if a label signs me and gives me $100,000, I'm not gonna take that $100,000 and buy me a bunch of fly ass gear and shit. I'm gonna take that $100,000 and invest it in my project to make sure that $100,000 turns into $3,000, $300,000, $400,000. You know what I'm saying? Now I can go out and be affording myself to get fly. Now I'm affording myself to deal with that record label how I need to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But now, if I'm not with no label or anything, if I'm performing my record and I'm registering with my ASCAP, my BMI, my Hurry Fox, and all these organizations that I name every week, every quarter you getting in your money. And if you're registered and if you're performing and if you're staying diligent and going to the right locations, the right venues, stand on top of the venues that are already paying it to your organizations for you every month. If you got 5 organizations, 5 clubs that pay into BMI every month, go to those 5 clubs every day of the week and perform 5 days of the week. Don't keep on going and chasing the white rabbit. Don't go to the shows. Don't go to a venue that ain't registered. Pop up in the club. That's your job. Shop your music. Hustle till you can hustle someone else. And that's technically correct. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if I go out here and I sign artists all day long, you know what I'm saying? I'm only teaching them now what I've learned because it makes me money if they make money.
Right.
If I sign them and they sit around and do nothing and they don't make any money, then what did I make? So I teach them every artist that I sign, I teach them exactly how to make money. You know? So if they make $1,000, $2,000 a month, yes, I've learned how to turn their $2,000 that they make a month into $5,000 a month for me, or $10,000 or whatever the case may be, because this is how it works with the labels. A wise man said, and I've told this story before. A wise man said a lot of artists get confused with the game of numbers.
And what is the game of numbers? What do you mean?
So a lot of artists will jump out there and say that they have a label and they'll be the only artist being pushed on that label. Let's just say you got a label called the G4E Boys and or G4E Crew or whatever, right? I'm just using those numbers. I don't know why, right? But in that group, the only rapper is Joe. Everyone else is just Joe's entourage. Now, Joe is walking around and his entourage believes in him, but Joe isn't making any money because Joe isn't registered with ASCAP. Joe isn't registered with BMI. Joe isn't doing anything. So now his group, they made whatever their jobs are that they do in the daytime. Whenever Joe calls them and say, "Hey, I got a show tonight," if they off, they all going. You know what I'm saying? If they all lucky enough to work together, then they all know the schedule. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now let's talk about an artist that is moving by himself. He got all his paperwork together and he in a show every night and no one knows, but he's registered in these shows every night. And let's say he got a whole crew and all his crew is registered too. Everyone in that crew makes money for every show that they do. All of them make money. So now, what has that crew done? If one of them make $100, and I'm talking small, if one of them make $100 and it's a group of four of them, that group has made $400.
Mhm.
And if they are putting that money together to do what they got to do and keep flipping it, they made $800. Now they made
Hold on, but if they are signed to a label, if Joe's signed to a label, shouldn't he already be registered?
that label. If you sign to a label, that label is registering you.
Oh, you're meaning himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like my label is called G Dog Music Group. You know, and I'm the only artist on G Dog Music Group at a point until I sign bundles, bag to beat bundles. Right now, bag to beat bundles is another artist under G Dog Music Group. Now me and Bag the Beat Bundle have music together. So now our catalog, now what my catalog was, let's say my catalog is 10. And I was talking to, and me and Bag the Beats, we get together and we do 10 songs together. Right? Because now I've just signed him and he does his 10 songs. Well, now he has a 10-song catalog. So now he's going to be making off of his catalog what I was making off of my 10-song catalog because it's attached to my catalog.
Right,
However, because now I've added 10 songs to his catalog that I'm on, I've taken my catalog to 20 songs in the
right,
catalog. So now he can obviously go back and do his own 10 songs, and now he has 20 songs on the catalog. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
that's how that works. But if there's a label, if every time one of them artists go and do a song, that's 10 songs, 10 songs, 10 songs. Even if that artist does another 10 songs, they still getting another 10 songs. So it's not going to matter. It's the numbers game. That's what people don't understand. A lot of artists I know wrote 20 songs, 30 songs, maybe got one song out. They've only registered that one song. You know, but if you've written 20 songs, you're supposed to have all 20 of those songs registered. You're supposed to perform all of those songs as
Right.
much as you can. Like I said, if there's 5 nights a week, and there's a website that you can pull up artists' set lists to see how artists perform, how many songs artists perform. And like I tell every artist out here, I tell y'all, do your own concerts, do your own shows, put your own events together. I don't care if no one shows up. If I don't care if no one shows up, no one. What I want you to understand is that venue paid for you to entertain that venue. It's not your job to make sure venues are full. It's your job to entertain venues and keep them full when they get full. A lot of artists, when they ask you, how many people can you bring to an event? Well, if I haven't never performed, you can bring no one to an event.
Why
You,
you gotta say it like that?
I mean, I just want people to understand like your family and your friends are not your fans. They will never really support you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a really good support system, love it and appreciate it. But at some point, we got to be real. If you got people that really roll with you to shows like that, the first question that they want you to ask is, can they all get in? And they want you to act as if y'all are a group, y'all are a band. They all want to be on stage, some shape or form. They don't want to. They don't. One of them don't want to say, "Hey, I'm his manager. Hey, I'm his assistant. Hey, I make sure he good." You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't take those roles. They all want to be superstars when one of them is a superstar, which is a major fail. You know what I'm saying? Because one of you have to get the ball rolling, it has to look a certain way. Now, if y'all are a group, that's something totally different. But if you are an artist with a bunch of friends and all y'all going to a show, no, that's not it. So, like I said, if you ain't did no real show, and I'm not talking about open mics and showcases, which yes, you still get paid for, but I'm not talking about none of that. Until you start doing your own shows and actually hitting the ground, like meeting people and on your social media, hey, I'm doing my own concert. Would you like to come? Do free shows. Let them in for free. Make the clubs happy. Keep them full. Keep them entertained. You can book a few artists that you think are dope to open up for you and be on your show with you. But I'm telling you how to generate money because these venues pay your ASCAP, your BMI for entertainment. And if you don't take that money, they're just going to pay it because they're going to hire a DJ in there, give that DJ $100, and that DJ is not going to be. How many times someone seen the DJ say, "I'm spinning at the bar tonight. Make sure y'all pull up at bar such and such." No, they don't. They do it. They don't. They are there to entertain the club's patrons. They are there to keep the parties going. You know what I'm saying? If a DJ is posting an event at a club, it's his event. He's already worked out to where he's getting the door and everything. He's already turned himself into a celebrity. And 9 times out of 10, that DJ has artists that he, so has artists and formulas that he's already trying to format in. But naturally, when a club books a DJ, or entertainment is to be taken care of their patrons. So artists got to get that misconception out your head. Now, when promoters ask you if you can bring 10 people with you, you get in for free. That promoter is letting you know. I know that the chances are you can't get people out here. But guess what? These clubs have door fees. Whatever the clubs say, that's how the shit works. A lot of artists have it all mixed up. Like, oh, I'm getting in for free. Like, nah, you get in for free when you have a following. And you only get that by doing your concerts. Getting a bunch of artists and stuff like that, getting a bunch of your friends to follow you and stuff like that is not the way to do it. If them friends are not on the same resharing, reposting, booking, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can sell 10 tickets, all 4 of your friends are supposed to sell 10 tickets. And if you got a show of 40 people in there, that's good enough for you to make some money that night. And then you're gonna still get your publishing and your performance royalties when the quarterly payout. So when you ask how can I make money off a record, I just told you. I mean, I don't have any billboards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any billboards. I know.
How do you make money off of a record if it's not
selling? You perform the record. You register your record. And when you build your money up from your performances, you invest that money into promoting your record so that it then sells. And I hope that I have helped everyone out there with that, because that is something that a lot of artists don't really understand. How can I get a budget? How can I get my money together if I don't have anything, like that? Register yourselves as businesses, artists. Take a couple seconds and get you your EIN number, artists. Take a couple seconds and start getting your tax write-offs back. Because you paying for studio time, might as well get a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. That's a business. If you turn your house into a studio and you renting it out and you letting people come in and stuff like that, that's a tax write-off. Start thinking smart. Like I keep telling everybody, think white. You know what I'm saying? Think white. That's the only thing that's white seemingly. But we got to get out of our mind that it has to be a certain way, because every company that you work for, someone had to do the groundwork so that company can start. And if you want to be lazy and work for people, then go out and work for people. But if you want to be a business and you want to run yourself like a business, there's too many blueprints out there of people that are running their sales like business. I mean, look at Styles P. Prime example. I just said you can make $25,000 a year off of you can make full-time pay off of your music catalog. Styles P isn't selling. He's making $25,000 a year off of his music, which to a lot of people, $25,000 a year to do nothing and doing nothing. How does that
$25,000 a year to do nothing?
Yep. Now let's just be real. I know a lot of people that make $12 an hour. That's only $24,000 a year. If a lot of people make $12 an hour, and that's only $24,000 a year. A lot of people make $13, and that's still only like $25,000 a year. So let's just keep it a whole bean. Let's just keep it a whole bean. When you ask how can you do these things, if you I don't know anybody out that joint that's making like $300,000 a year, right? $400,000 a year, $500,000 a year. And to me, I think that that's like good money to where you like, all right, I'm comfortable. I can work this job. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are a lot of people I know that make $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year, right? And that's cool. I look at them, I'm like, all right, that's cool. But they roll out, they roll out every morning. You know what I'm saying? They zombies. You know what I'm saying? And that's because in a way they love what they do. You know, so I say to myself, if you love what you do and you consistently, you're gonna make the type of money that you want to make. But if you're not doing it right, you're gonna make no money in any business that you want to do, in anything that you want to do. You're not gonna make anything if you don't do it right. You know, and there's a right and a wrong way to everything. And when we get out of our ways and we start to accept that we have to start structuring our daily lives, like how many times a lot of us have walked in on a manager and in the morning they doing that little daily log thing. They typing on their little computer, sending off their reports to the big man upstairs, and all this other stuff. And we all like, man, I could not do that. I would not do that. Well, those are the same people that do not go in there being mad or ass capping, register the songs that they write, don't that go out and perform and don't go and register that they was performing that night, you know, and then they asking themselves why they still working for somebody. If you can't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna always be working for somebody. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. And this world is set. This world is set for movers and sitters. If you sit, I posted this week that God intended us to compete when He created us. Some people didn't get it, really didn't care, really didn't care who didn't get it. But let me tell you one thing for sure, and two things for certain: that if we wasn't here intended to compete, there would be no winning ambition bone in anyone's body. You know what I'm saying? And I have never heard a person say, wake up and say, I want to be a loser. Even the person who is the biggest loser in the world, even the biggest mass murderer in the world, the serial killers and all that shit, the most evil people in the world, they turn that way because they get tired of losing. And at some point they felt like they caught a win. And they got obsessed with that feeling of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, people, if you don't want to get on the race, then stay on the hamster wheel, because the hamster wheel will keep you in place and keep you moving, but you won't be going anywhere. But once you hop off that hamster wheel, you definitely have to start running the race or you will get trampled. And no one's gonna stop and help you up. It's kind of mean like that. And yeah. So that's how it works, man. So
Wow.
that's how it works, guys. That's how you get paid off a record before that record starts hitting the what you they let's see. They can pack the show if they wear fake double D boobs like Lil Nas X had. Hey yeah, I I'm gonna talk about that next week on the show because I could not believe Lil Nas X did that. And I was when he was
What
on
you
that
want? Can't talk
commercial,
about it now. What happened? I missed
you
it.
I'm assuming it was photoshopped, but there was an image of Lil Nas X with boobs. And it was weird. I believe it was Photoshop. I seen him in the Super Bowl commercial, and he did not have boobs. He did not have boobs. So yeah,
They
no.
say he got breast implants.
Yeah, that's what they said. But is there a picture and don't show it again? I don't want to see it, but that was weird. And let me tell you what's real, yo. Lil Nas X was packing out shows before he got the fake double D boobs. So I don't think that any other artist should try that though. I don't think that that's going to be the way to go. The picture's still online.
It's fake, ain't it?
It's definitely fake. It's definitely fake. It's definitely fake. Yeah, that's definitely fake. That was it. That was it.
So would they put his head on somebody?
Man, I don't even know, young. I don't even want to know who the girl is. I'm not trying to even figure it out, right? But what I do know is it is time for the Huffington Post. And I'm not going to lie, Jezebel. I think Atlanta's been watching my show.
Why they getting better weed?
They've been hearing us. They've been hearing us. So let's applaud Atlanta. They've been watching the show here, and like a lot of my friends have been saying, "Hey, they say you and that girl Jezebel, y'all not gonna keep roasting the weed here." You know what I'm saying? They say we got gas. You just been going to the wrong places. That's what they told me, right? So I got a little bird flew in, right? And he left a little note in his foot. So I was like, wow, I haven't seen this since Game of Thrones. Let me grab the little note out of the foot, right? And it was like, go back to Riverdale, right? So I was like, back to Riverdale. Riverdale had her style pigeon, and I took the sheet and I rolled it back up and I sent the bird on his way, right? So then I fested on that. I fested on that for weeks. Like it was literally like 2 weeks that I fested on that. And then that bird came back and said, did you visit Riverdale? And I said, well, no. Let me hit this number now. Right? And I revisited Riverdale.
Okay.
And
what'd you find?
I found heaven. I found a nice little sticky icky jet fuel. And I felt like this is great. This is great. And then I got a little message the next day said, come try this ice cream. And it was Super Bowl Sunday. And I said, ice cream. And I said, why not? And I remember it like it was yesterday.
I bet.
Oh yeah, because it was yesterday. Super Bowl Sunday when Tom Brady won. I rolled out that nice little presentation that Atlanta gives you because it still ain't got the bag game down yet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the bad weed goes in designer bags and good weed gets wrapped up in little Ziploc baggies and shit. They treat the good weed like it's shit. And they treat the bad weed like it's royalty. Oh my God, you're cap artists. But that's even handle that. Let me stay on track, y'all. Let me stay on track. I unrolled. Bruh, yes. I unrolled this nice little heavenly little black Ziploc bag thing. It looked like the burnt. Looked like a burnt. When you go to the store, they give you the little roll up bag. They give you the little black little plastic bag. Like he just burned it right. I opened it up and I said, ooh, this reminds me of home. I felt like I was home again. And I was like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe everyone knows that Tom Brady to me is the GOAT. And I needed some really GOAT weed for the Super Bowl. I couldn't smoke on Atlanta Huff for the Super Bowl. For the Super Bowl, I couldn't do it. So what I did do was rolled up 1. And then I was like, no. Let me roll up 2. So I was like, you know what? Let me roll up 4. 1 for each quarter. And I sat there and the game started and I took my first puff, right? And I was like, ooh, this gonna be a good ass game. Because not only was it looking like home, it was smelling like home and had me walking like home.
Okay.
I was on FaceTime with some of my friends, and I was like, y'all, I found some ice cream. They knew not to disappoint me on Tom Brady Day. They knew not to disappoint me when Tampa Bay was about to get the stomping on Kansas City. By the time I got finished that first J, y'all, we was already up. We were winning.
That was a quick game.
By the time I got finished that second J, I was like, man. Man. The weekend started, and I started dancing and partying. And my daughter, she came in the room and she started partying and dancing with me. And I was just having a good old time. And I had realized that I had partied all the way through the weekend performance, deeming it the best performance of Super Bowl history. I don't know if it was the ice cream, but I had never partied that hard during the Super Bowl performance.
Are you serious?
Never. I tried to go down my list. I thought a lot of my old Facebook friends, I know they were saying Prince was the best one. I felt like they really liked the Nelly one when he came out with the two jerseys. And I thought that was really like the worst Super Bowl ever. I was assuming some of my perverted friends would be liking the Janet Jackson one because she got her titty out. And they did. They liked the Janet Jackson one. They think that was the best one. And I was like, how could y'all say that? When I don't know. I felt like I was there in the stadium last night. When he hit my song, I Can't Feel My Face. When he hit my song, Earned It, I felt like Tom Brady was about to earn it. He was about to earn that ring tonight. You know what I felt? That's what I felt. And then when he came out with that last song, ooh, I'm blinded by the light, I was like, me too. And that's how Tom Brady gonna be when he is looking at that ring. So thank you, Riverdale. Thank you. I had to put a good Huffington Post up because I hadn't found any bad in a minute because I had been kind of like depressed a little bit. So I was like, fuck it, give me the $400 zip weed, and like that shit is expensive because it's $400 a zip. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting the good shit for like 160, 175. Yes, I mean that's me. Some people pay 250, 300. I mean that's them, but that's home. You know what I'm saying? But here, 400 a zip. I was just done. I was defeated. I was tired of looking for the $40 KDs. The $45 KDs was still not cutting it. I said, okay, I get it. $50, $60. It got to be just zip me up. Just zip me up. Just give me a deal and zip me up.
Yeah.
But I am redeemed. And at Atlanta, you owe Riverdale a thank you. So that is my Huffington Post segment. At this time, I know that everyone has flicked off those ashes. Put that J in the ashtray. I'm probably about to roll up another one because I know I am.
But wait, before we go, we definitely got to talk about this, okay? So, all right, let me add to your Huffington Post. I got some banana jet fuel, some Miracle Alien cookies, some Zittles, and something alien cake. I don't remember.
Alien cake is really good.
I haven't tried it yet.
Now, is this from is your regular guy back?
He is back, but I didn't like what he had. It was too sweet for me. So my best friend, shout out to my BFF Monica. She made things happen. She sent the dove my way.
DC is amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, actually.
What was the best strand? What was the best strand out of those?
Well, I'm on my second one. So the first one I tried was the jet fuel.
Awesome
And I'm
strain.
on the Zittles, and I think I like the jet fuel better. So I still got 2 more to try.
I ain't gonna lie, jet fuel is 10 times better than Zittles. Zittles is an indica.
Okay.
And that one right there, after a couple of grams now, you might get a little
What,
sleepy.
Zittles?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
a that's a heavy indica. But I'm a lightweight, so they say. But I'm not really.
So did you see the clip? All right, so I think I brought this up on the show before. Nate Skywalker, clout chasing on Aunt Glizzy's page. I think I brought it up before, and I was just, I didn't know if it was clout chasing or what it was, but he had been harassing Aunt Glizzy for quite some time.
Asking for it, huh?
Asking for it. Just asking for it. Wanted to get bid on. Wanted to make people laugh. Wanted to get his followers up. Well, Aunt Glizzy was following him in some mall. It's on DMV. No, it's on Aunt Glizzy's page. So
Really?
basically, he ran up on him in the mall while he was with his baby mama and kids. If he has kids, I don't know who that was. But she's like, stop! And Aunt Glizzy's like, you was doing all that faking, wasn't you? I slapped the shit out your bitch ass. And they just look stunned. And
Hey,
y'all know I
hey.
fuck with Nate. You know, I
When
like
did
his
this get
music.
posted today?
Yes.
Yes.
Come
on, I smacked the shit out your
He calling somebody.
nigga was bluffing ass right here.
I ain't a nigga warrior. Look at that nigga here.
So,
Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Why didn't you tag me in this? This is hilarious.
the thing about it is he's been asking for it. So people are in the comments is like, oh, you're picking on a skateboarder.
Hey, he famous now.
That's what he wanted.
100,000. That's it at 112,000 views, and I have just given it 10 more. It is currently on repeat on my phone right now. So it's funny that you mentioned Aunt Glizzy. Did he get his chain snatched?
Now, when you go slide on him. But anyway, I heard the chain wasn't snatched. I heard somehow they took it somewhere. So I want to see the video of them snatching the chain. I don't want to see the video of the chain because you could have pickpocketed them. You could have stole it off.
Well, word on the street, because you know I had to ask about this. He didn't take it from Aunt Glizzy. He took it from one of Aunt Glizzy's folks. So I said it didn't count.
Does it?
No, it doesn't count. It can't count.
Because so then why is he boasting as if to say he walked up to Aunt Glizzy and snatched the chain off of her?
DC on fire. I said to a couple of friends of mine that DC right now currently wants to be, how do I say this? They want to be Chicago. But yeah, Nate Skywalker.
You got that shit on repeat for real.
This
that shit had me cracking up. I watched it like 5 times too.
You know what I like? You know what I like most about Instagram? Some things that I see on here, right? Like when someone asks me, do I think I'm on? This is why I think I'm on. I'm looking at 2018 comments. And it is a great pleasure to see a lot of these young artists have performed at my shows. And I am just enjoying how I've seen Nate Skywalker perform at a few of my shows in person. I remember a while ago, Nate Walker was really going through a whole gangster phase. I never really felt like he was a gangster or anything, but I've seen him actually in the street in person, actually in my neighborhood when I was back in Maryland. And I was like, wow, woo, what you doing around here, bro? He said, I just moved around here. You know what I'm saying? I was living in the houses. He was living in apartments that was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was like right there. I was like, all right, bro, that's tight, man. We need to link up with the same neighborhood. We never linked up, right? Now, I know he doesn't really like some of the people that I run with. And I really don't never change the people I run with for whoever. I don't really care, right? I'll actually let people who run with me, if they're beefing, they can choose to either run with each other, but whoever is the closest to me is probably who I'm gonna be running with, right? So I'm thinking about these incidents, and I'm seeing a lot of these artists now in DC that I've seen coming up, doing their thing, trying to like make it in the industry and trying to get in the scene of DC. A lot of them
Right.
still don't know the business, don't have no clue, don't got none of their paperwork together, and then they find themselves thinking, "Oh, here it is. Everyone else is getting on about getting into beefs, getting into stuff that don't concern them. Everyone else is doing clout chasing and clown shit online. So let me do it." The problem is, like Steve mentioned earlier, we come from the DMV where clown shit is just not allowed, guys. Like we we're not the type of people that will let you just be talking shit and not gonna be seen about the shit. Now, in in some of these states, like yes, some of these states like Atlanta, they get online and they do fake beefs. You know, like you got Soldier Boy, he like, come on. You know what I'm saying? He know no one is about to come to him because that's how they move, you know, so they understand that this is all marketing, right? And in DMV, I don't think that anyone can tell me two artists that has gotten together and said, "Hey, let's do this marketing thing together and let's do this together. Like, let's make it work." You know, we don't do that. If you say some shit, it's gonna be some shit said. I seen, I was at a show and I watched this artist rap and performing. He was going ham, had the red bandanas on, had the red beard, and he was obviously letting us know that he was a blood, right?
Okay.
Now, apparently, there was another rap group in there, and I don't know if they were gang affiliated or not, but they had on all white. All of them had on all white. So I'm now moderating this show. And as I'm moderating this show, I'm putting a set list together. And what happens is the the group in the all white, they're sitting down at the bar, and they come over and sit beside the DJ booth, right? So now the artist that has the red bandana, he comes up to me, he introduces himself, and I won't say his name, but I'm like, okay, that's what's up, bruh. You performing? He's like, yes. He gives me his name, he signs up. Immediately then, the rap group gets up. They say, we want to go after him. Now, this is where things get tricky because yes, he had on the red bandana, the red beard, and the red shoes, but he also had on all white. So I didn't, in my mind, correlation, they're together. They don't have the red bandanas, the red beards, and red shoes, but they're all wearing all white outfits, right? So they're together. So I'm like, sure, bet. Y'all after him. So during the show started to get really intense. Show gets really packed. And the artist with the red bandana, he starts to perform. He's doing his set. Now at this point, I'm watching the group that knows they're next. I'm like, y'all next. That's my signal, right? Y'all next. I give them that signal, and they go proceed to taking off their like coats and shit and taking off their hats, fixing their glasses and making sure their earrings are straight and shit like that. And they come up to the DJ booth, they tell them whatever they tell them, and I say, all right, y'all next, make sure he know what song is gonna play because I'm about to go outside real quick after I call y'all up, right? Long story short, what I ended up doing was calling up the guy with the red bandana. He was kind of like blowing me with his musical content. I went outside. I told the other host, I said, call up this guy, call up the group afterwards. The group is next, right? I'm downstairs smoking my damn cigarette. All I hear is screaming and hollering. Well, by the time the red bandana guy was out of his second song, they was whooping on his ass.
Are you serious?
Man, the whole rap group was jumping this man in the damn club. Now, they immediately whooped his ass, and he immediately ran out talking about he was about to, do all this gangster shit. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? And I walk back in. I'm like, what's going on? They say, bruh, they whooped that nigga ass. That group that you told us was after them was after him. I said, well, did they perform or did they just whoop his ass? They said, you don't know who that was that you let perform? I said, nah, who is he? They say, bro, that's the nigga that be talking shit about everybody online. I say, really? They say, yeah, that group that you told was after him, he was talking all this shit about them all week, bruh. You ain't know that? I said, nah. They said, yeah, bruh. As soon as he started rapping, bruh, they whooped his ass. I said, well, this is DMV. Can't be talking shit online, bruh. Why would he perform knowing you just talk shit to these? I guess he thought
he didn't see them.
He was about to rap and roll. He didn't think that they was gonna whoop his ass during his set. But that's how DC roll. That's how we roll in the DMV. Like, hey, that shit ain't no prank. When y'all sing that shit with Tekashi, I mean not with Tekashi, with Excess Tentacion, running up and get stole in the jaw and all that bullshit. That was all like, yeah, let's get famous. You know what I'm saying? That nigga wasn't in no danger until he got shot in his car. You feel me? But when he fucking was on stage and all that shit, if anybody was alive, all the old heads saw that Biggie and Pac fight in the middle of Howard Theater, that shit was a performance. That wasn't in no danger. You know what I'm saying? There was no danger. There was none. That was a performance. You know what I'm saying? That's how the industry do shit. But nigga, DMV is not in the industry. We're far from it. But we're closer than we think. But we gotta start coming up with our own trends. That whole trolling online shit, that's a whole trend that somebody else started, and now they doing it. You know what I'm saying?
So Tony says he thinks Ant and Shy Glizzy is doing that behind the scenes.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think so though.
I mean, I felt like
him and Cray was doing it behind the scenes. I thought him and Cray was just
him and Shelly too. Him and Shelly as well. I mean, she named her album Linda's Daughter. A couple of songs on it have glizzies, obviously talking about Aunt Glizzy. I mean, it's a cool thing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know her mom's name was Linda. My mom's name is Linda. So I learned something. But now what I'm starting to hate is I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a Karen's son. I've seen a
Can you stop right there though?
Sure.
Why? Why is this a trend?
Let's just be real. We all know where it came from. They're already biting Chi-Town, so why not bite grandson? He just died. Grandson just died. King Von. So let's just start biting that. Since that's what's hot right now. Let's start calling ourselves Bobber's son. Let's not call ourselves Karen's son, Mama's son, Waffle son. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I was thinking about changing my IG to Linda and Pop's son. You know what I'm saying?
You know what though? What I like about the whole Glizzy thing is like even though Shy Glizzy tried to strip Aunt Glizzy of his name, it's like impossible.
Well, like the thing is, like I thought they was together. I thought it was a Glizzy gang.
At first.
Yeah, so
and
I was
members got shifted around.
I was in a group called TKO, right? And it was a lot of us. It was like 12 of us. All of us rapped. All of us was in the studio all day, every day, making one mixtape. We made one mixtape, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know each other, live with each other's family, ain't know exactly. But we made one mixtape, and I was so happy about this group. I thought we would be together forever. I even wanted to get a TKO tattoo on my arm, right? The wife wouldn't let me. I don't know why she wouldn't let me. But I guess it's kind of good today that she didn't. Because after we did that mixtape, the whole group split up. Everybody got their own copies. Everybody just went and did their own thing. None of us together no more. Out of all of us, I think maybe two of us still do music. So people fall apart. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, people's where they started never can be erased. And people can't be mad at that. Legacies and things like that are built like that.
So, do you think Ant should react to his chain being taken?
Oh, yes, he has to. I mean, I don't think he should go and start a war to get his chain back. I think what Ant should do is buy another one because that would be the ultimate stunt. Like, you took it from my folks, I got me another one in no time. Hopefully, Ed Glizzy did the right thing, got the thing insured. Now somebody online talking about they stole it, he can get another one. But hey, man, when has that? I wonder when has a chain been snatched before and put online? Hmm. Was it when Chief Keef and them got the Migos chain?
I thought they snatched Shy Glizzy chain too, but he said they ain't snatched his chain. They took it off the floor or something.
Well, you know how that game goes.
So, do you think? I mean, like, okay, so they're like the bidder is now the bid, but do you really think Ant Glizzy is the bid because they took his chain from someone else? Or do you really think that is that
No,
the bid for you?
like I, it's crazy because this is how I feel about becoming the bid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the minute that Boss Biz Radio, the minute that you and I started this journey of like doing our own thing, right? We
Mm-hmm.
became the bid.
Okay.
Anytime that you're gonna do step out and be successful, you become the bid, right?
Okay.
So anytime that you're doing something that anybody else can't do, and they and you're successful at it, and you're making money, you become the bid. They start hating on you. They start envying you, and damn, you can't even show your success, so they want to take it.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy. Lil Uzi Vert, diamond in his head, and it was $24 million. I get it, a lot of money to broke people. You know what I'm saying? But they were saying he has. I remember that Honcho situation too. Honcho was running around the city like a whole bitch. That was just wild. Him and Dono and them. But what was I saying before that?
About we smoke too much weed.
We do smoke too much weed, or not enough weed.
We were talking about being the bid. Like
Yes,
I was saying,
yes,
is Ant Glizzy really the bid because his chain got
right. So yes, Lil Uzi got that diamond in his head, and it was
oh,
$24 million. And I watched a lot of people talk about he's only worth 16 million, and he ain't even that. And I'm like, all right. So I put in the logic on the radio show I was on the other day because they asked me the question on Hip Hop 95, right? Shout out Hip Hop 95. But they asked me the question, and I said, if that man says he's been saving up since 2017, that's what 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. He gets it. 5 years. He's worth 16 million. Now, I don't know how net worth works, but if they say you worth something at a net worth, does that mean that you make that a year?
I think that's what you're just worth. Your everything.
Okay.
Up
So
at that point, I guess.
so if he does have $16 million in net worth, and that's assets and money and things of that, is it not plausible that he could have been saving, putting aside $5 million and $6 million a year to buy his dream thing? Do we not work for our goals? Have no one not said, I want to go to work and when I get these checks, I'm going to buy me a Benz, and now we want to rob him? I want to buy a house. I guess now we should rob them. I think people's level of what is ridiculous is based on people's level of mentally thinking, right? I mean, I'm reminded by a time I went to my cousin's house, right? And we walked in his mansion, And my mom said, this house is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Now, to my mom, it was ridiculous. Because we was living in a 3-bedroom apartment. You know? So to walk into a mansion with 8 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms and backyards and a pool, that's ridiculous. Surely what we say is, surely you could have done something with that money besides buy this big ass house. Right? Well, damn. Shoot a brother down for dreaming and working hard to run his own film company and production company. Sorry.
But but do you really think that was, smart? Like, isn't that very risky to put?
What the risky part is because someone will rob you?
Nah, didn't he say he could die if they try to, the possibility of him
If
dying
it's removed,
if they take it out is very high?
Yeah, if it's removed improperly, he could die, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, who's removing it? He ain't gonna. He wants it there. I mean, like, the thing about risk, they say is no risk, no reward, I guess, right? But this dude who jumps off of, like, top of skyscrapers when he's performing and hopes that the crowd catches him. Risk?
Hey, yeah, I seen a show where this big person tried to do that shit. The whole crowd moved.
I always said that I want to do that when I really get popping, like crazy. Yeah. I want to dive in the crowd and see if they catch me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also, the first time I do it, I'm not a dummy. I'm going to pay about 50 people to stand in the landing zone to catch me. So it would be good for optics. So that maybe at my next show, everyone will want to do it. Yeah. You know? And that's how you do it. That's how you stage a good show, guys. You gotta sometimes put a couple of moles in your concert. So if you put together a concert and put it together nice, put some chairs so everybody can sit down and things like that. Put moles in the crowd. Put someone that like, if you're an R&B singer, pay a girl to come to the show and bring her up. And put her on stage and sing to her and tell her to be all into it. You know what I'm saying? Go with the program, go with the show. If you're a rapper, like, I mean, bring it, like, find somebody in the crowd, put somebody that knows your words in the crowd and like, have them rap your verses while you rapping this shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ham, like, cut the music in. Have somebody that jump to know your lyrics, and everybody else gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy, like, wow, do some crazy shit, some sad shit. Hey, pup. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, you become the big when you try to do anything successful if you black. Because I threw out those numbers about Elon Musk because he's a billionaire. I've never heard anybody say they want to rob Elon Musk or think about it. And a lot of my friends say he doesn't boast about his money. He doesn't brag about it. What do you mean? He fucking has a car that drives itself. That's boasting in his own right. I mean, what do you mean? You don't have to. When he made his first billion, he boasted then. Afterwards, it's just, okay, I'm a billionaire. What else is to boast about? When he made his first 100 billion, he boasted then. All right. When he makes 200 billion, he will boast again. There will be a big deal about it, a big news report about it. Everyone will know about it. And we got to stop thinking that we got to stop trying to take our own people down and take our own people out. And we definitely got to stop looking at everything that people get and what they work hard for, because we can't fathom the work that goes into it as I guess a waste. Because I'm reminded of a story of a guy who was a millionaire. He bought a house and that was his only purchase. And when he bought his house, he tells me the story goes that he got a knock on his door. He said that he realized that something was up because everyone in his house stopped, froze, and started staring out the window. He said they realized there was a white man walking in the yard. Now everybody know a white man walking in a rich white black man yard ain't never been good. So of course they open the door, and he says, "IRS, you owe us this." Apparently, he wasn't spending his money enough. So that's how the rich shit work. Sometimes you got to buy things extravagant, and a lot of people say, "Well, rich people they put their jewels in safes and keep them safe and things like that." Well, I say to those people, I watch a lot of spy movies. They always go for the safe.
Yep.
This is like some don't. Replace it with some fake stuff, and now they got what you had in that safe. So Uzi got something he said he saw was rare. It was the rare one of the rare. It is the rarest diamond in the world. The pink diamond, all pink. The diamond is estimated at $24 to $26 million. The last person that bought a diamond, he bought it for $27 million, and he was able to then flip it for $71.2 million. So, bad investment or good investment? I say it was a good one. And he
So
got
who
it
gets
safe.
the guy?
I don't know. I don't know if Uzi got no kids or not. But hopefully he live a long time. He get to be 80 years old, and when he goes, the diamond is in his head, and hopefully his nurse and something does has a affidavit to let him go with the diamond buried in his head, because he's going to be watching it.
That's interesting. I don't know. I thought it was just like for shock
Maybe
value.
maybe he's smart enough to have it. Maybe he's smart enough though. Like if he got some kids, maybe when he dies, they take it out of his head and it goes to his kids, and they're already $24 million up. You know, I mean, Michael Jackson held on to the his catalog and gave it to his kids, right? Because he knew that there was going to be a time when he died and his kids needed some real hard earned cash. And when that time came, those kids cashed that in for $790 million. So
They
Jay Z
sold
said, "Yeah, so their agreement is they get $8 million a year apiece.
it. Mm.
So it's pretty cool to the rest of their life. For the rest of their life, $8 million a year. But that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Jay Z said he buys artwork and invests in artwork and diamonds and jewels and things like that. So I mean, that's that
So
young
why did
man's
he
first
have to
thing.
put it in his head?
Because he's an anime guy. He's into anime. And if I was into anime, do you know what I would do? I would have my head spiky yellow, and I would also try to figure out a way to glow.
Mm.
Yep, I would figure out a way to glow. If someone told me it was $24 million for every time I get mad, I can infuriate fire out of my body, I would pay it. No matter how risky it was. They did that to Method Man before I moved out the way. So, hey, I don't know what the heck happened to Method Man, but I know he was in the news this week because his
Wendy,
wife was mad about him. Wendy Williams said he had a one night stand. Now I watched the Wendy Williams show. Did you watch it?
no, I didn't watch it yet. I'm
You gotta
doing
watch.
this weekend.
Jezebel, you gotta watch it. We're not gonna talk about it no more until you watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
watch it this week. I just can't watch too much TV right now.
what you working on?
A lot.
Good shit. Good shit. Good
So
shit.
I'm really trying to restrict television watching till Saturday and binge watch Salt and Pepper and Wendy Williams and everything I missed.
Well, that's lit. Anything else you want to touch this week before we go?
Um, well, we won't see each other until next Monday. So happy Lovers Week to everyone. Hope everyone have a great Valentine's Day. Six, you better be doing the damn thing for the wifey.
What is Valentine's Day? It's like, nah, let me stop. You're gonna
I'm
kill me.
about to throw my phone through the screen.
Look, listen. I'm just glad that it's after football season, so I can totally focus and go all in. Yes,
They said that All Star Week may be in Atlanta. Did you hear anything about that?
it is gonna be in Atlanta. Yes.
Okay,
I
and
mean,
that's
where else? Where else can a rapper sit on the sideline? 2 Chainz.
yeah, yeah. Well, looks like it's gonna be lit down there.
Yeah. And now when is All Star Weekend?
I was asking you. I think it's the week before. It's the last week of I would think it's the last week of February, like it usually is.
Yeah, see, I have a rule when until Tom Brady is done, I don't watch any other sports. So Tom Brady officially finished the season yesterday, and I'll start getting acclimated into basketball and what's going on.
Oh shoot! I need to hurry up and get my damn plane ticket. I'm supposed to be there that weekend for my friend's birthday.
What
So
weekend is that? Next weekend?
March 5th. I'm supposed to be in Atlanta March 6th through the 8th or the 9th, March 6th through the 9th, and All-Star
Yay.
the 10th.
Okay, well then that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be down there when it was crowded.
Oh, it's gonna be
You
crowded.
heard my horror story from New Year's? I couldn't get a fucking rental car. Everything was fucking packed. Like Ubers was like $50 for 2 miles.
You got
Like,
to put your reservations in now. You got to put your reservations in now. Get them
yeah,
now.
I'm about to tell them now.
Yeah, get them now.
I was gonna get my plane ticket on Friday, but it looks like I might have to do it sooner than that.
Man, I am still lunching off of this Aunt Glizzy and Nate Skywalker. Nate Walker.
When I saw that, I rewinded. I had to. I mean, only because I seen him always in the comments.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm asking myself as I'm watching this, what would I have done if that was me?
And you was in the mall with your kids and your girlfriend?
Yep.
Wifey.
And I'll tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all next week what I would have done if that was me, y'all, because you guys need to come back. Oh my God, we have hit that 2-hour mark.
Damn, I'm not ready to go.
It's a great show again. Jezebel, what you got coming up this week? What you got working on?
Fridays we having an R&B cipher. We got 2 local artists. Make sure you guys tune in. Other than that, pretty much, Lover's Day doing my thug thizzle. I don't know.
Hey, and Jezebel, since how you gonna get into this music, we're gonna get this Boss Biz radio theme song popping. We need to get that topic. Yeah. We need to get that.
I gotta work on that track.
Yeah, we need to get that track. We need to get that track.
I'm ready to, I'm trying to perform and shit. My one song and get paid. Y'all motherfuckers bullshit. I'm in school. Yeah. I'm in class. I'm taking notes.
And tomorrow, Pam drops my new single. Y'all make sure y'all get that. Apple Music, Spotify, etc., etc. It is gonna be dropping at midnight tonight. That is tonight at midnight. Pam will be live. Y'all seen the commercials. Y'all seen all the cartoons I done dropped. Y'all seen everything I done dropped for the show. Y'all have seen it. I've been seeing all the comments. Drop it, and it is dropping. It is dropping. So go and get that for me. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Next Monday, I see y'all, man. Jezebel.
All right, Six. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
And we out.
All right, and we are live.
What it do? This show right here, this Monday, the first Monday of Black History Month, we got Prince tape.
What's up, baby?
Around?
Ain't nothing, man. What's up with you, Chief? How Miss Jezebel?
It's the first of the month.
Wake up. And look, I ain't gonna lie, Jezebel, this interview is gonna be crazy. It's gonna seem at times that we're gonna drift into memory lane and we're gonna be in our own world. But we're not, okay? We're not. Me and Ralph go way back, man. Right.
Y'all go back like 4 flats.
Man, like 4 flats, like, man, we cousins, man. We family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
So look, Ralph. For those
Yes, sir.
viewers that don't know, let them know right now who you are, man.
I'm just a little young man from the DMV that 10 years ago, 11 years ago, got up to travel the world, started my career in music, and hit the Billboard charts like 2018 on the independent stuff, and I'm just chilling, man.
Look.
I'm a live entertainer, dancer, you know.
It's crazy because you always been the modest type, which is so laissez quoi. But come on, man. Let the people know you did that. You got your shit on the Billboard, top dance record. Like,
yes, indeed.
Toured the world, performed on boats, performed on land. Got the crowd rocking, everyone know your music. Now,
yes, indeed.
From the DMV, a lot of people either R&B, gospel, or rappers, right?
Right.
You chose a different lane. You chose a different avenue. What genre?
Yeah.
What made you pick the genre you chose? And what was it in that genre that you saw that made it fit for Prince Tape?
Well, I could just say that I decided to be flexible. You know what I mean? You got an ex that does like opera and stuff like that, classical music, and then she jumped on the gospel, and so I decided to be able. I desired to be that. You know what I'm saying, versatile. So when it comes to reggae, gospel, R&B, pop, jazz, whatever it is that I sing, I try to be true to that genre. And it just so happened that EDM was the lane that they chose me to go down for a second. So I took it and I went with it. You know what I mean?
Who is they?
Doom and Music is a label out in LA. It's a famous dance label out there. I was on a boat performing out here, and they saw me and they was like, "Scoop me up." So yeah, they were Doom and Music with Snoop Dogg, Enrique and Great Glaciers, and like Fat Joe, some top people. You know what I mean?
Hey, so look, like it's crazy because all subject, your brother Joel is a big drummer right now too. So it's like,
exactly.
I heard that whole thing, right? Now I remember when we was younger. Remember the group that we were in?
Yes, sir.
Like, bro, we always said that we was gonna be something. You was like different on a musical tip. Now you went over international. Now, did you work on the indie scene in the DMV, or did you start doing music once you got overseas?
Well, when I was in the States, I was more so doing gospel. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Gospel became, and started growing up a little bit. Gospel became love music too. You know what I mean? Songs of Solomon type stuff. So talking about life and stuff like that. So that's when I actually ventured out into the indie scenes and felt like I could reach more people, reach a wider variety, a wider audience doing, you know what I'm saying, indie music, which is any genre.
So did you do shows in the DMV? Did you do shows?
I did a couple once I started out here. Then they invited me back to do a couple things. I'm in Europe right now, Eastern Europe.
Okay, what country?
Cyprus.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is it over there?
It's gorgeous.
How is it?
It's gorgeous over here. You know what I mean? Right now, the sun's shining. I mean, not technically. Right now, it's about 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? It's 10, 12. You know what I mean? So, but the sun's shining, stay shining. It's an island. You know what I mean? It's a straight vibe, and that's why I love it out here, man. I love it out here. It gives me
Froze
You
a
said
little bit.
it gives you.
Hold on, he froze a little bit. It's that island life. But yeah, we're gonna get him back in a few seconds when he come back.
Wow, Cypress.
Yeah, Cypress, man, like doing this thing over there, man, got the single, man, and like it's crazy because when he left, I didn't even know he was gone, and I seen him on social media, of course, and I was like, hold on, this artist looks familiar. That's my damn folks.
Wow, but to even venture overseas.
I think we're gonna get him back in a second.
Yes.
My bad, young.
No,
Hey,
you
bro,
good. Good.
your shit just did the motherfucking Teddy Riley, bro.
Sorry. Hey, young, this internet sucks,
You
dog.
said you traveled out, you ventured out.
Yeah, well, what was the question again?
I was saying, like, how you like that international scene?
Oh, man, I love it, man. I love it, man. In the DMV, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, you lifting bricks, you know what I'm saying, trying to get on and everything.
Yeah. You like, so it's funny that you,
but out here,
it's funny that you
flying
use
with the birds.
phrase trying to get on, right? Because that's been a battle that I have been trying to get artists to understand the words that they use, right? Now, in my opinion, you're on.
Right.
Right? So,
right.
I mean, you on the billboards, you live off your music, you know what I'm saying? You grind every day, and you being successful, fulfilling your dreams, right? And taking care of your goals.
Yes, indeed.
So to me, that is on. But it seems like some artists on is the big house, the big cars, the money, and things like that. And they forget, like, they get sidetracked on what they really doing it for, why they doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like what you been doing since COVID?
Man, and I was over in England, so I moved back and forth between this island and England. You know what I'm saying? And when I was over there, you know, when the COVID first started, I started doing these garden parties. It was around April, May. So I started doing these garden parties, and that joint went viral. And all the radio stations over around England, would contact me, was playing my music on the radio show, doing interviews and all types of stuff, writing about me in the paper. You know what I mean? Like you said, like people think getting on is basically the flossy things, you know what I mean? You know, the cars, the money, girls, all this. But it's actually just being able to be yourself, be true to your genre, be true to who you are as a person, and be able to deliver that on a mass scale. You know what I mean? So that did more justice, me doing charity situations, you know what I'm saying, looking out for the people, trying to help make sure their mental was right, then trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get on, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? They got more popularity. They're trying to get on. So I'm doing the garden parties, but now I'm back in Cyprus. I'm chilling as a performer, but my music is still being played all over England. You know what I mean? On the radio.
Before COVID,
radio interviews.
How many shows a week were you doing before COVID?
Man, let's say I was doing no shows on Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, might rest on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, three on Saturday, and that's what we're doing. One in the morning, one in the evening, one at night, late at night, into the early morning. So I was grinding.
Are you an ASCAP or BMI, bro?
I'm an ASCAP.
You an ASCAP?
I'm a writer. Yeah, I'm a writer and a publisher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You was happy last month too, right?
Well, I'm gonna say a lot of these people over here, they do things a little bit under the table.
So
Oh, you know what I'm saying? They not.
what's interesting is you get international royalties, right? Look at Teddy Riley. Now, he is in Cyprus, so we're not going to be too hard on him. But now, I'm going to ask him, is he getting international royalties? And to explain how that works if he is. Because that's one step that artists want to understand, that if you get international royalties and domestic royalties, then you will be getting paid every single month in this business. You know what I'm saying? And you can easily live off this music industry if you're taking care of your paperwork right, if you're taking care of your business right. So like, what's crazy is I've been dealing with a lot of feedback about my coalition to artists and living off of their music. Now, I want to address this. I realize that it's a lot of old people, old retired artists, and they don't like to hear, oh, you can live off of your music because they gave it up so many years ago. And it's not my fault. But artists are living off of their music every day. These new artists are 17 years old, 16 years old, and guess what? They make more money than most of you guys that go to work every day. Yep. Why is that? Well, it's because these new guys in this age of the internet are not afraid to do this thing called research and apply it. There's nothing wrong with asking Google, how can I get paid off of my music? It's going to sit up there and bring up all these little Google links and all these little sections of where you can get paid and how to get paid. Some of them may tell you that you have to pay. Some of the information may be absolutely free. But there's one school that always seems to have all the information. I call that school YouTube U.
It does.
Hey, I have not graduated from YouTube U. I am working on my master's, so I am continuously taking different classes, I should say. But what I can say is this. Everything that YouTube U has gotten for me and taught me, once I've applied it, it works. Usually everything is word of mouth. I mean, let's just say, if it wasn't for J Money Gibbs telling me that he was getting checks from shows, I would have never called ASCAP. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my pop telling me that's how you get paid as an artist, I would have never joined ASCAP. But the one thing about it that I always wanted to do was be diligent about it. I didn't call them liars. I didn't call them exaggerators. I didn't beg to see their pay stubs. You get it? Right. I simply said, show me the website. I agree. In the beginning, nothing. I felt like maybe I had wasted my $50. Maybe I had done this for no reason. But then I got knowledgeable. I started to go to the school YouTube U. And I started to listen to these white professors tell us how to get everything right. And I started making money off my music. And then we get to an interesting subject and an interesting time that COVID happens, right? Now, I'm going to be real. I'm not going to deny me trying to learn new things that didn't interest me during COVID. I even went and got a bartender's license. I don't plan on ever pouring a drink or being behind a bar, but I thought it would be cool. I went and got a weed diploma to sell to deal with medical cannabis and CBD. Thought that would be cool. I already said I'm gonna smoke regardless. Who needs it? But it was COVID. They gave us education for nothing, so I went and did it. I learned publishing, and I did that. But what I didn't do was learn the art of hating and denying on another man. I have a lot of Facebook friends that don't believe that music is a product. I have a
Why not? What do they think it is? A service?
You know, like I wonder if I really think they think it's a hobby that maybe someone thinks you're good at, and you make it. Okay. Now, this is my interesting topic that I want to talk about. You back, bro?
I'm back, dog.
It looked like you went and got the phone and said, "Fuck this."
Dog. Hey, I'm gonna cuss their asses out when I get an opportunity to.
No, so like, let me ask you, what service do y'all have out there? Do y'all have Comcast, Verizon? What is it out there?
I think it's this like Vodafone or something like that.
It's like what?
I think it's called Vodafone.
Wow.
It's the same
Hey,
joint that's
son,
in the Middle East.
You gotta get that joint like Jay-Z got with the big old back and it's all silver and it work everywhere.
All right, send me that information. I'm gonna try to get that joint.
I don't have it. Jay-Z got it.
You gonna make this man spit out his drink.
Let me tell you, bro. I just need
Come on, man.
I just need a phone that works in the States. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
I
indeed.
don't plan on going out the country again.
Why not?
You ain't gonna come see me, cuzzo?
No, like
we act the fool.
Listen, like I want to come and see you, but the way my life's set up, they won't let me get on a plane out there.
Ooh.
And the way my life's set up, I'm never getting back on another boat, right? Now, I did tell the wife that I have to do it one more time because the first time I totally wrecked it by day 4. I'm just saying, totally wrecked it.
Yeah.
But that's another story for another day. So now we was just talking about artists not understanding that their music is a product and they are a business.
100%.
And the reason why I asked you, like, are you an ASCAP BMI or whatever, because that's always the first step to seeing where artist is. Now, I know where you are. I just asked that for the viewers that's looking and listening, so they can learn something. But then you took it a step further to show your level when you said writers and publishing.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so that was leading to my next question. Are you on the international royalty side yet?
My royalties based off of the fact that they cut a lot of corners here. They don't register to ASCAP and BMI and stuff like that. They play your music in the clubs. They play your music in the club. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. They don't pay for the license and stuff like that.
They don't pay for licensing.
Not here,
right?
But in the UK,
they pay to SOCAN and things like that.
Yeah. So as far as collecting royalties, I had to, and the thing was, I was actually looking at one of your shows, and you brought out the information about how people play your song in the club. You're supposed to get paid for that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what?
Did you hear about the lawsuit with the club in South Carolina that was ordered to pay ASCAP $80,000 because they didn't have their licensing fee and artists was registering there and they had to pay $80,000? It's big. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Some of these companies have to pay $20,000 to $50,000 a month just to make sure music can be played and brought to their venue. And a lot of artists don't know that I'm allowed to reach in that money pool in 2 months and receive something. As long as every day I'm letting them know I'm on the move. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing a lot of shows a week, you know what I'm saying? And when I was, it was great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like with the club scene, like it's like your music is really the only thing that you have. It's like that's like you been in the store, someone coming into the Raphael store and they saying, "Oh, I want to buy this," and now they take it out there and millions of people are seeing it. You know what I'm saying? It's literally no different. The concept is the same. You take my song, you put it on in the club. That's why they call it "put it on" because it's like an outfit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like an outfit. once that junk gets seen, everybody got an opportunity to say, I like it, I want to wear this outfit, or I hate it, don't ever put that shit on again. You know what I'm saying? But 100%. At the end of the day, cha-ching, right?
Yeah.
This brings me to an interesting topic. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook that artists should invest in themselves first instead of stocks.
I agree.
Now, of course, I have been ridiculed by a few older people. I call some of my Facebook followers. I mean, I'm sorry, it's only followers on Instagram. Some of my Facebook friends, I call them the old crowd, right?
Yeah,
they like the old crowd. They're the ones that they call it keeping you humble, but it's really not. They really want to keep you dumb.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's a shame because older people, like, I would expect like older people like my parents' age and shit like that, my grandparents' age, I would expect them to be like, no, that's impossible, that's dumb, that's crazy. But when you start thinking about people our age, and yes, I call people our age the older group if you've adopted the old mentality of no, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Because
Facts.
Our age group, we're not that group. We're not the group of the no, impossible. We are the group of the go-getters. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, we're the group that grew up watching Jordan dunk on Giants. You know what I'm saying? That grew up watching Kobe get benched and come in and score the next 13 straight points. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not the era that watched people go out of bounds. Shit like that. You know, we don't do that. That's not our era. We didn't have a Jim Brown. You know what I'm saying? It's not about protecting yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
But this era is about, okay, hold on, where is it? I want to get it. And you have a few people that you can tell when they were younger, they were like, I can't wait till I get old. You know? But then we got this new genre that's passing us because our gap is so far. You feel me? Like, our gap is so far, bro. Like, if an artist, when I say invest in yourself, I'm saying we all know legitimately how a record label works.
Right.
Okay? They take 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million, and they say, we're going to invest it in this artist. This artist gets this investment because we believe that this artist is going to make this money back.
Straight up.
I took the liberty of looking up what is a stock and how is a stock made in business. My good friend Google, that's my good friend, Google told me a company's stock price reflects investors' perception of its ability to earn and grow its profits in the future. So then I asked my artists out there, when you look at your music, do you look at its ability, the perception that it has to earn and grow profits in the future? I'm just saying.
Facts.
I'm just saying. So if you believe in that, then why not invest in your own stock? Because at the end of the day, I ain't never seen a man's music market crash.
Right.
I've only seen it flourish and grow.
Facts.
The longer you have it, the more valuable it is. The more work you do with it, then it's even more valuable.
Facts.
You feel me? So like, what made you join ASCAP and get into all that, like publishing and all that stuff?
Okay, so when I was getting that deal with the label in LA, Doom and Music, Dauman, whatever how you say that shit. When I got with them, you know what I'm saying, I realized that I was supposed to be doing my independent music. I was green, you know what I mean? So with that particular track, we decided to go with a cover. So we remade somebody's song. But in pursuit of it, there was a guy named Phase 6 on YouTube. I don't know if I can get that by my credit, but I started jumping into I started jumping into his page, and he started talking about ASCAP, BMI, this and this and that, collecting your royalties. So I signed up with ASCAP so I can get my royalties from this song. You know what I mean?
Was he black? Was the guy
yeah,
black?
yeah. I believe he's from Georgia, something like that. So he was giving straight game. So I got my ASCAP, and then they was like, who's your publisher? And I was like, I don't have a publisher. You know what I mean? Like, who is that?
You did an unknown publisher, right?
Yeah, but then before I did it though, I looked it up and I was like, oh, I could be the publisher. So I paid my little $50 for the user, for the writer's credit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be my own publisher, man. Forget that.
Yep.
And that's how I did it.
Yep. And like, what's crazy for me, right? I saw a white guy, and he said these words that I will never forget, young. They inspired the life out of my soul. He said, I've always wanted to do music, but I was born too ugly, too fat, and I was born white. So, since I couldn't do music, I started a publishing company. I said, what? And now all the art, all the music that he loves, he owns it. He gets to sell it. He signs artists, and they just, publishing lives forever. So look, so we're in the era, right, of challenges. What do you think about that new silhouette challenge going down, man?
You said, what do I think about the new silhouette challenge going on?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. Hold on. What's this joint? Explain that.
Silhouette challenge on Instagram and everywhere going crazy. TikTok challenges. What do you think about any other challenges that TikTok has been going crazy?
Hey, it's free. It's genius.
What was the first challenge you remember?
The first one, man. What was the first one I remember? It was Drake.
Drake had a challenge.
I believe it was a Drake song.
The one that Will Smith did on top of something. I forgot what song that was, but it was a challenge.
Hold on. Was that Kiki? It wasn't Kiki. It was a dance challenge. Was it Kiki?
Kiki, do you? I don't remember.
And
I think so. But I don't remember.
I don't remember that challenge.
It was.
Or it started with that idea with the dance joints, the little, you know what I'm saying? People doing a little dance snippet to that part. And then the trend got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then everybody took a song bite from everybody. TikTok took a song bite from everybody's song. And then everybody doing the dance challenge.
What was the first challenge you remember, Jezebel?
It was that one particular, but I want to say my favorite one is the Don't Rush challenge.
Oh, the Don't Rush challenge was very good. I love that challenge.
That one, and now the beatbox. I like that joint. The Junebug challenge.
Oh, with everybody
riding in my beatbox.
Yeah.
That one too. That was hilarious. My first challenge I remember is the water bucket challenge. So does that make me old?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. That makes me old?
No. I'm just saying. That is what it was. The ice bucket challenge.
Now challenges have gone a long way.
What's up, J Money?
The Running Man challenge. I never saw that challenge either. So I've been looking at these challenges, and last week I don't know if I was a genius for predicting it or if it was just plain common sense, but I said, women are getting naked in a silhouette challenge. How long before men start this bullshit?
Hold on. You talking about the joint when they cut the lights off?
Are they naked?
Some
They're naked?
Some are. My wife said that they are not naked. I am saying that some are naked, some may not be. But most of the ones are naked. They have breasts flopping around and everything. It's just a full-blown...
Where the fuck have I've been under a rock somewhere. I ain't seen that.
You've been resting. You've been too busy resting.
Sleeping and shit.
But that's like listen, bro, the busted challenge is like one of the worst challenges out there, bro.
Bruh.
It's one of the worst because you got like, sorry to say, these 80s babies, 90s babies out there busting it, but they ain't in shape. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up.
They busted it to the ground and can't get up. They literally drop down to the floor and sit there, dog.
Yeah.
Like, come on, son. They don't even do that, Kay.
They making that concentration face. So look, do you
my
have
knees, my back.
Do you have a song that you want to challenge made to?
Huh? Oh yeah. I got this new song coming out called, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what it's called yet. It's called, I've been battling with the title to make sure it's catchy, but you know what I'm saying, catch the vibe. But I think it's called, the latest title was Feel It. You know what I mean? Can you feel it or something like that? And I definitely want people to do that challenge to my song. You know what I mean?
So are you going to create this dance, or you want someone to create a dance for you?
I might have to go ahead. I mean, I probably have to get a choreographer to do the dance. You know what I'm saying? And you just pay.
I be seeing you dancing and shit with that salsa.
Hey.
Because when did you start dancing like that, man? When did you start dancing?
Man, marching band, bro. When I joined the marching band, I
still think that was savage.
Yeah,
I still think it was savage, especially like, cause I know you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like everybody was so athletic.
Yeah.
It was like all the basketball players, the football players. Like, we all went to the same church, and we would be geeking. We started wearing no suit jackets. And we playing football is shoes, church shoes.
Son, we was crazy, dog. Yo, we playing football and wingtips in a daggone on the pavement, young.
Yeah.
Going hard.
They used to have the flash suits, but I thought, wow, nobody started wearing them suits. They was like, no suit jacket. No suit jacket.
Because you couldn't put them dresses on the ground or you would get messed up.
Hey,
yeah,
dog, like,
let your mom catch you with them dresses.
Like players like Cornell who used to come out there and shit. That shit used to be hilarious.
But he used to think he had so much finesse, bro. But he ended up turning into a beast athlete, right?
No.
No?
I mean, he was a beast in basketball.
That's what I'm saying.
But football, no, never came around.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I quit football when Larry McClain hit me on the Nutcracker.
Huh?
I said I quit football when Larry McClain had to go Nutcracker with me, bro.
I don't blame you, bro.
I was like,
look, I had the blessing of Larry McClain being our running back, and I never had to do that because I was a quarterback, so that wasn't no risk in that. But one thing I do know for sure, man, like, I was shocked, man, like when you was in that band, and then next thing I know, I was telling Jezebel, I said, man, shoot, we lost contact for a few years. Next thing I know, I seen you riding a camel.
Yep, in Egypt.
Tell me about that in Egypt, man.
All right, straight up. Well, let me say this, from the band, it opened up because, like you said, I was a young dude, shy in the church and everything. We just got nasty out there and we played football or whatever, the little flag football. But the band opened up doors for basketball as well. So I was playing at Crossland. We won like the states. I mean, not the states, the regionals. So we did pretty good. And but then after high school was over, I went to Morgan State University. Shout out to Morgan. You know what I'm saying? And then after I went to Morgan State, I lost my goddamn mind.
Yeah? How'd you lose your mind?
I'm saying, like, man, we grew up in the church. We grew up, real sheltered.
Isolated, yeah.
Isolated, which I appreciate this to this day. But at the time, you know what I'm saying, struggling with daddy issues and all types of, stuff like that, I kind of just lost it, bro. Different religions start, throwing their books at me, and different people having different dialogues, and you know what I'm saying? So it literally tested my core. And then the fact that that's when I went to college is when I really realized, like, God damn, son, I'm poor as shit.
Yeah.
I realized that the struggle was real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Up under mom, you know what I'm saying? You don't really feel it. Growing up in the church, being sheltered, you don't feel it. But when you step outside that bubble and you have to make it yourself, and you seeing your other bros around you, your guys around you, and Bama's able to pay this, to pay that, pay this, pay that. Man, I was surviving off of the dollar menu for years.
And it was crazy because it's funny that you mentioned that growing up in church, you lose a lot of that because when you kind of growing up in church, depending on, well, I guess everyone that goes to church is in the church setting based on their lifestyle. You know, you got like if you in the upper class, you walk into that big glass church and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't walking into the hole in the wall church. They ain't even parking their car that motherfucker. You feel me? They looking for the nice church, right? So when you go into church, it gives you a solace because you look around, it's like everyone's poor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, we all poor together.
Yeah, and they keep you in the school, and you only go to school and church. You know what I'm saying? And you already know you're in a school system where everyone's poor. You know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, like it's crazy because in 6th grade, I think that was my first time with a realization that there's classes to it, right? Because, and of course, going to school in Southeast and DC schools, it was like looking around and these are all equals. You know what I'm saying? But when I first went to that Monroe school, I think that was my first time like getting on the school bus. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time like seeing other kids getting on school buses from their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started to realize like you walk up to certain kids and it's like, oh, you can't be their friends because you're not cool enough. You don't dress right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't be these kids because they too into school. They nerds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my first time learning like real live about cliques and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That kind of got me like how I am now because before, and I'm talking about now as in the physical now, because before I used to look at everything like life was just a game of chess, right?
Right.
And that's because that was the saying. But now I look at life like it's one big high school forever.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, oh, once we figure that out, I'll stay with my clique. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Clique. So look, dog, did you hear about the game and him saying that he's the best rapper from Compton?
From where?
From Compton.
No.
You said, come again?
From Compton.
I heard you.
Now,
is he smoking crack?
Ain't that what Snoop from?
Man,
nah, he from LBC.
Snoop is from LBC.
Long Beach.
But these are the top 5 artists from Compton. I don't know why they listed NWA as number 1. Dr. Dre is number 2.
Hold on, who's number 1?
NWA.
Okay.
Dr. Dre is number 2. Eazy-E is number 3. Kendrick Lamar is number 4. And Ice Cube is number 5. Now,
is that's your
Roddy
list?
Rich is on this list and he's ranked 13.
And the game is ranked at number 6?
The game is ranked at number 6.
And whose ranking is this?
This is the Billboard ranking.
Yeah, no, that's BS.
Like a little thing they put together.
Yeah, that's BS, bro.
Well, I mean, damn, they got is that even fair to have NWA then have their member right after it?
I mean, like, that's what I said. That was definitely not fair. So if you take off NWA, then he's still number 5. I don't like that Dr. Dre is up there, and I don't like that Eazy-E is up there. So he has an argument that he's better than them.
Dre shouldn't be up there, bro.
However,
but why do you guys feel like Dr. Dre should not be on there?
Because he's not a rapper.
Thank you.
I think he's a talented rapper when he decides to rap.
Nah. Who is that?
Dr. Dre.
So this is my thing about Dr. Dre that I've always said. There's a reason why he haven't given us the Chronic album. Because times have changed and Dr. Dre hasn't.
Right.
His focus has shifted to the business world.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say about Jay-Z, when you shift to the business world and you really want to be an elite in any world you want to be in, there's a certain part of the brain that you have to cut on. You know what I'm saying? And when you cut
Mm-hmm.
on that part of the brain to go elite status, another section has to get cut off, right?
Yeah.
So their music has fallen short because their business success has been what their priorities are.
But you guys agree with Ice Cube being on that list?
I
Yeah,
do.
I
I like
agree.
Ice
Okay.
Cube. I like Ice Cube on the list, especially seeing as how we know that he wrote most of NWA stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Facts. Facts. Like back in the day, you probably think that Cube wasn't one of the best, but looking back on, I mean, for me, but
I love Ice Cube.
looking back on that joint, Ice Cube used to come with it, son.
It's
I
crazy
still
In
listen
in
because
to
in
this
that in that
thing.
time frame.
it's crazy
Mhm.
because okay. So confession, I didn't listen to Ice Cube until later. The
Right.
first song I heard from Ice Cube, he was already doing movies, and that was "Today Was a Good Day."
Mm-hmm.
Now besides NWA, obviously I heard him with NWA, and I knew he
Mm-hmm.
was a solo artist, but I didn't really listen to Ice Cube because he was an actor to me, right?
Right. Right. Facts.
So when I heard "Today Was a Good Day," I was like, oh, this dude is actually pretty good. This is a pretty good song. So I went back
Yeah.
and listened to a couple of other stuff. I heard a song "No Vaseline," although I don't agree. I don't like it the way that it's structured, you know what I'm saying, and he's doing it because it's old school, right? But
Right.
I'm like, damn, this is some crazy ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are what they call bars back in the
Yeah,
day,
his
you know what I'm
features
saying?
be dope too.
So
Like I was listening to his song with
I'm gonna throw,
Scarface the other day.
I'm gonna throw a curveball in here, right? Because we're talking about lyrics
Mm-hmm.
back in the day and artists and things like that. Now, I don't think that the Game is the best rapper out of Compton.
Nah.
I don't know all the rappers out of Compton, but I don't even think the Game is one of the best rappers. I'm not gonna name him in my top five, so I'm
Right.
not gonna
Oh yeah,
keep narrowing my list down to Compton so that the Game could feel good about himself and get some ranking. But let's talk about the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see the post I posted about Notorious B.I.G.?
Yes,
no.
I do. And that Bama, like I said to you on in the response, and when I listen to his stuff in the because we growing up in that type of house, we can't listen to no hip hop and stuff like that. That's not
Yep.
happening.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But when you went to the barber shop, you hear everything.
Yep.
So they had that Notorious B.I.G. The joint. What was it with the baby with the afro? I mean,
Yeah.
he was the baby with the afro.
Yeah. I think it's
They
Ready to
played
Die
that,
or Born to Die, something like that.
bro. They played it from start to finish, and some of the daggone lyrics up in that joint, bro. I was like, what the hell am I listening to
Man, like
here?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, little Philip, my little brother, rest in peace.
Mhm.
He
Rest in peace,
loves
Phil.
Biggie,
Yeah.
and at times I used to think he loved Biggie to spite me because I was a Tupac fan. Now, I was a diehard Tupac fan,
Facts.
right? There were times when I would actually go and buy a Tupac cassette at the time, and before my mother
Mm-hmm.
would come home, I would throw all of the cover and that stuff away,
Yeah.
and I would go in the house and I would begin to scrape off any type of lettering,
Right.
so it wouldn't say anything. And then I usually would put like gospel mixtape on it or something. Now,
You like
usually how I got caught was rapping. And she'd walk in my room. What are you listening to? You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in
Yeah.
the moment and whatnot, right?
My troll ain't
So,
Playboy.
yeah. So my little brother, man, he loved him some Biggie. Now, I never, ever, ever listened to Biggie besides 4 songs: "Sky's the Limit,"
Mm-hmm.
"Juicy," that Bone and Biggie song. That's probably all I can name. So that's just probably those three, right? So those are the songs that I thought was real like cool and juicy, right? If I didn't say juicy, but I'm like, okay, those are cool songs. But when I heard that lyric, it was actually on a YouTube video, right? And it was like hip hop's gayest lyrics.
Oh, that's what you're talking. I remember now.
So when I was watching this video, it was the thumbnail of Big Papa that got me to watch the video anyway. You know, of course, the older community shot me down for those comments about the late great Biggie Smalls. I don't, people, you gotta understand, man. Just because I speak facts about people, it doesn't take away from their legend that you have for them. They can still be a legend to you. Do you give? I know there's people that you have great, that you consider great, right? Like who are some of y'all greatest artists?
Just period.
I mean, you talking about period, all genres?
Yeah. Just give me like your top three all genres. They don't have to all be together. Like my top three: Stevie Wonder, Kanye West, Tupac Shakur.
Damn, that's hard.
That's top
Mine would be
three.
Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross. Shit. Like, cause it's so hard. Gladys Knight, if we're gonna do R&B. And then for rap, of course. For rap, I would say Gucci.
There you go with that again.
You already knew it though.
So for mine, like top three is hard. Three, to narrow it down to three is hard, but it would be like David Ruffin, Michael Jackson, and we had to be Prince, man.
Yeah.
The three is hard, bro.
You know,
it is very hard.
You know what's crazy, dog? I don't like Michael Jackson like that no more.
Now, can I ask